It's July 13th, 2026. I am at Joel Pearl, thejoelpearl.com on Blue Sky, and it's time to get in the weeds. A marvelous Monday, not a cloud in the sky in the city of Toronto, and it's going to be hot. Apparently, it's going to be a really disturbingly hot week again, but we're here, and we're going to be hot for you. And Jeremy Lambert is here, and he's going to be hot as he gets ready for a 24-hour stream that we're all participating in on July 16th. That's this Thursday, by the way. Starts at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you want to donate, there's a QR code on the screen. There's a link in the description of this video. Please donate now to NAMI, and that's where all funds will go to, the National Association for Mental Health. Oh my gosh, why did I just do this? I did it to myself again. I'm used to CAMH, the Canadian Association for Mental Health. NAMI is the National Association for Mental Illness.
There you go.
There it is. Because I don't understand why some organizations use mental illness, but I guess it's still anyway. I focus on the health.
It's kind of an illness.
I get it. It's multifaceted. Do you want to focus on like the positives of your health becoming and getting out of an illness? Do you want to focus on the illnesses and trying to health? Well, I mean, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm alive after yesterday.
Dude, tell me about it. Different stories. Go ahead first.
I just tried to build I didn't try. I did. I built a grill in like 90-degree weather.
Mazel tov.
Anyone helped me out, and so we did that, and then in the middle of it, we planked, and we're at 12 minutes now. So we built a grill, and then we took a 12-minute plank break. We finished the grill. We went to the pool afterwards. I know you have a pool horror story because for some reason you get burnt in an indoor pool. I have no idea.
It's an outdoor pool.
Oh, okay. That's at least a little bit better. We went to the pool, which was nice. We did, have a good time at the pool. We rewarded ourselves with ice cream. But then I still had like work to do, everything. It's just a long day, No, I've done this. So if I don't have to plank in the heat, I won't. That sounds very stupid. But I have, we've actually been at the pool, and we will plank at the pool, because some days we'll stay at the pool for 7 hours. And so if we're at the pool that long, we got to find at some point to plank. And so we'll just go off to the side and do our plank there at the pool, and then we'll jump in the pool. It feels very nice, honestly. So we have planked in the heat and outdoors and stuff if we don't really have another choice. But we prefer to just plank inside where it's a little bit nicer.
That's fair. Did your grill look anything like this when you were done?
No, it actually it built well. I mean, I guess I built it well. We built it well. I haven't used it yet, but we'll see. We might be going to see this today. That's not great. Yeah, I think we're going to see that today.
My kid keeps seeing the bus ads for it as we're walking down the street, and he's like, "I want to see it." I was just like, "Buddy, you didn't even make it past the first 5 minutes of Minions or Despicable Me 3."
Yeah, we've seen all the Minions movies and the Despicable Me movies. So we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're talking about going today, but that's unfortunate that it seems like it's not good. I mean, I don't know if I trust Louis though.
The problem is the Minions movies are all just bits, and I get it. We like bits.
Yeah,
bits have to be good. Otherwise,
well, I like the Minions movies.
You're off your own there.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll go see it maybe.
My Saturday was actually quite good. I had a day off from everyone. My wife.
That's nice.
Yeah, my wife took the kid to his first t-ball practice, and he's doing it with one of his friends and a family friend of ours too. So they went and did that, and then they ended up just spending the whole day outside while I stayed home and cleaned and went for a walk, and it was a lovely day. And so as a I guess payback, which is in a nice way payback, to yesterday I took the kid to the park, and I planned out a pretty good day. This is so for those who don't know, High Park in Toronto is it's ginormous, it's massive, and we We're not terribly far from it. So there's a zoo there. There's like multiple parks. There's an outdoor pool. There's a splash pad. There's a winnie pool. Like you can legitimately spend the entire day there if you have kids, or if you just want to go for a hike, because there's a lot of hiking trails and dog trails and all this stuff. So anyway, so we went to High Park, and I took him to the bottom end of High Park, where the zoo is and where the castle park is, which is like, it's all wood and it's all like built like a big storytime castle, and he has a blast. And then we go to the zoo and walk through the zoo, and he scoots on a scooter through the zoo. It's great. And then we go to the pool, because the pool opens at noon. So we had lunch.
Thank you.
We get to the pool. At this point, the sunscreen that we had on was probably wearing off, and we didn't have waterproof sunscreen. So I'm like, okay, we're just gonna have to play it easy with the pool. So he and I go. He's wearing a full swim, like a rash guard or a swim guard, all that. So he's cool. He's fine. Me, on the other hand, like I'm sitting there, I'm topless in that pool, and I'm like, I know what's gonna happen next, but I don't feel topless. Yeah, you know, it's a topless pool. I'm not gonna wear a bikini top. I don't need to. We talked about this. I don't have the firm tatas to do this. So anyway. So we went, and so we were in the pool for about 90 minutes, and it was good. And he was ready to leave, and I was also ready to go, because I'm like, I know what's going to happen next. And like we go and get changed and put on sunscreen again, and go to the other park. And like we'd spent most of the time out there. By the time we got home, or later that night, I should say, my wife looks at me and she's just like, "You got some sun?" I'm like, "That happens all the time." She's like, No, on your forehead." And I was wearing a hat all day. And she's like, "When were you not wearing a hat?" I was like, "I have to get to the pool." Shit. She's like, "Yeah, your scalp is, you got it on your scalp." And then meanwhile, there it is. You can see the pink. It's yeah. Like the rest.
You're medium, maybe a little medium rare.
I got a little messed up. And it's funny just watching it, because like there's a part of my arm that's pink, but the rest of it's not. It's very strange. But anyway. I'm not in any physical pain. The worst sunburn I ever had was actually in Australia, where I got like a ridiculous degree burn, and I couldn't wear a strap on my guitar for a good 3 days without a lot of pain. But this was that was an experience. That was Sunday, but it was a good day though. The kid had fun. That's really all that matters.
I got burned the other week at the pool, and then I started wearing like a shirt rash guard type gimmick, and I never really liked those. I still kind of don't like them, but my shoulders and back burn so easy that I'm like, you know what, I'll take it's not even discomfort, it's just the mental angst of not liking this over getting burned. It's I can deal with it a lot better. Sometimes I still won't wear it. I'll still, go. If we're not going to be there too long, I'll do sunscreen. I do sunscreen anyway, but if we're not going to be there too long, I'll trust that the sunscreen is going to work. But if we're going to be there for a while, I'm like, yeah, I'll just wear this thing. It's safer than just getting burned again.
Yep. And I'm going to start wearing a rash guard at the pool. No, I'm not. Who am I kidding? I'm just going to put on waterproof sunscreen and hope for the best. Or go to indoor pools again. This pool was really nice. I do have to say. It was actually quite nice. It was just way too hot to be out there like that. It was not my favorite. Patrick Star Pink is a really good way to put it, because I look at myself and I'm like, my arms get pretty good tan during the summertime, like my face too, and even this part, but the rest of me that hasn't seen a lot of the sun got absolutely toasted. Not fun, but I'm good. We're all gonna get there, and you're gonna get there too by leaving a thumbs up on the video. So go ahead and do that. Jeremy's almost there. His pyro's coming. There it is. He gets it eventually, as we all do. While you're at it, leaving that thumbs up on the video, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel here at 5 Again, Thursday, we have a 24-hour stream that starts at 5 p.m. All donations are going to NAMI. You can find a donation link up here all week. Going to be here on this QR code. All shows will have that QR code. If you use it, you can go and donate, or you can just go directly to the description on this video that can direct you to donate as well. Once again, all phones going to NAMI. 24 hours. What's Jeremy going to do? That's part of the surprise. Some of us will be here. Some of us will be around Jeremy the rest of the time. For that. And of course, if you donate a super chat today, any amount gets your question or your statement read on the air. If you happen to be a wrestler who's going to Montreal for AEW Redemption Weekend in 2 weeks, hit me up and let's do an interview, because that is starting to take place, and I should probably get some of these nailed down. I've got people wanting to do it, but I got to actually plan it out, because I have limited time in the city of Montreal, and I want to do all the things that I plan to do. There you go. Club WWE. It's finally happening. It's finally happening. Bunch of the promotional stuff was sent out. Fans have received. The waiting list people have received it. I know you saw it.
Yeah. Do you want to tell everyone what you get for
Yes.
your great subscription to Club WWE?
The member preview for founding members opens Friday. And this is what you get when you sign up. You get a founding members kit, which is a package of unique and exclusive items made just for founding members. A first look at the digital experience. You can be among the first fans to explore the Club WWE digital experience before the full launch and see some sneak peeks at some new and exclusive content coming to Club WWE. You get bonus points because that's a thing that they're going to do. SummerSlam ticket offer because, we got to sell 18,000 tickets before SummerSlam. Yeah. And you should probably get a deal on that because you're paying for WWE, Club WWE. So to secure your spot, chat, I'm going to give you a few seconds to guess how much a membership is. An annual membership. Take a wild guess, chat.
$9.99.
No, I wish. You're close though. You're close. You've got numbers right. You just don't have all the numbers right.
I actually didn't see what the price was. I didn't read the whole thing yet. I just saw what
you saw came.
I just saw that like there were details. I was like, all right, sure. Okay,
so we've got 200, 250, 500, 350. I appreciate you, Louis. $39.99. Okay, I wish. That is someone who's actually bidding on the $1 scale. 500, $69.69. I wish. 10,000. Nice. Do you guys want to hear? It's $99 a year. They break it even. They even break it down for you. That's $8.25 a month when you sign up for a year. They're trying to tell you that's a Starbucks coffee once a day. Someone's gonna come up with that, and you're just gonna. People don't get
like Starbucks. It doesn't seem that bad.
No,
honestly.
But again, you're paying to get access to something you have to pay more stuff for anyway. So like, the exclusive content has to outweigh the pay us more money for exclusive content. You know what I mean?
Right, and maybe it will. Like, we don't know yet. I mean, this stuff, like, I don't know, bonus points. All right, I guess that'll help you when it comes to purchasing. So every fast food place does that, Sign up for our app and get bonus points so you buy more food so you can get, like, a free ice cream. First look at digital experience. Okay, that doesn't mean much to me. Who knows what a founding member kit is, but maybe everything in that kit is worth, up to $99.
It might be a signed John Cena picture, which I'm not shitting on. I think some people would really like those, but
yeah. And then SummerSlam ticket offer. Okay, once again, it's pay more to pay more type of gimmick, but still $99 a year. Like if you're a real diehard WWE fan, that's probably a good deal. It's better than these other deals they got going on.
Yeah, again, I'm not. It may not be for me. It's obviously for somebody, but you got to want to spend that money. And again, I really hope that whatever they're doing, the content or the perks that they offer outweigh the ask of paying more money beyond the $9.99 a year to get it. It's like if we on Fightful Select, it's like if we did on our base tier, we asked you to pay for extra news stories. Like we'll give you 5 a week, and then the 6th one you have to pay. Like stuff like that just wouldn't. I don't think
I should try this.
I should pitch it to Sean a little later. But the idea being that like I don't think people are gonna buy into that, especially now where people aren't exactly full of money, despite the fact that TKO seems to extract it pretty effectively. Oh, from the same people over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what it's going to be in terms of people who sign up and what that looks like, and if people are satisfied with it. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, once it kind of gets going and everything, we'll see, because it really hasn't. It seems like it hasn't really gotten going. So, once it actually starts up, we shall see. Maybe they'll give first details on the John Cena Classic, since we have no idea what that's about 3 months later.
They threw that out there so fast, and we're just like, well, now what? And they're like, what do you mean? Now what? They just moved on with their lives. That John Cena Classic, the JCC, they ain't coming anytime soon. And when they do, it's going to be haphazardly put together so that Mason Rook can win. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be the replacement for the NXT Breakout Tournament. There's going to be like 2 or 3 wrestlers from main roster who are just brought in for this, and for some reason they're going to be part of what's going to be a Breakout Tournament repackaged as a John Cena Classic, whatever. and then we're all gonna sit there and be like, okay.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna quite be that because the breakout tournament's much different than that. Like you're kind of screwing with fans. I don't think they care, but you're kind of screwing with fans if that's what you end up doing.
Wouldn't be the first or last time.
I mean, true, but John Cena Classic will be the counter program to the C2. Ooh,
that would be hilarious. Ooh. They'll call it the JC2.
Yeah, that's true. They could do JC2. Yeah,
it's perfect and stupid all at the same time. Matt Hardy just had an
and Matt Hardy's so mad at you for using that word.
I've been listening to a lot of like 10 years back content from different wrestling people. And you know what was 10 years ago was the final deletion.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of like wrestling sphere people were just like, oh, this was game changing. And this is like back then. This was 2016 when they were actually reacting in real time and saying it was so amazing. And now I'm looking back at it and they're just like, we're going to be talking about this for years to come. And then I'm like, yeah, it did have an impact. I do agree because they spun it off into multiple iterations of it, and other companies tried to make the same thing. And then the pandemic kind of forced people's hands in terms of being cinematically creative. And you can argue that, Final Deletion kind of set the tone for what those matches could look like. And I think about that all the time. And people were just like, this is it. Matt Hardy has finally become bigger than Jeff Hardy. And I'm like, well, that part happened. So.
And it was, I'm not gonna like knock it. Like it truly was like for the time, it was kind of game changing. Like I remember being very excited for it because people got the screeners and everything, and so when it aired, I remember being very excited for it. And the pandemic helped it because like people were kind of almost forced to do cinematic stuff during the pandemic, and because they did it first effectively, it's like, oh, they're just copying Matt Hardy. Like that, nobody's really copying what Matt did, but he got credit for it because of that. And I mean, it is still talked about today. I mean, they're doing deletion stuff today because of all this gimmick. So we got to give Matt and Jeff some credit on this. I know you won't. You think it's stupid. But.
No, I don't. I think other things are stupid. I think that what they did was like groundbreaking for the time. A lot of people compared it to Lucha Underground, which was on fire at the time, because Lucha Underground may have promoted. It was like the inverse of Lucha Underground, because what they did, their backstage stuff was all cinematic, but the matches itself were done in front of a crowd, so it was presented a little differently. So it was kind of like a good complement to each other's companies. But one of the problems that Impact still had at the time was that they had not much going on for them outside of this Final Deletion stuff, the Hardy stuff. And that's why the Hardys really did become as big as they did in Impact specifically, because they brought that company out of its weird kind of WWE light obscurity. While TNA, like Dixie and Billy Corgan and whoever was there at the time, just kept stuck in the WWE light bubble. And it worked. Again, I've never taken away from the Hardys as an act of longevity. I've taken away from one or two matches or one or two presentations that have seemed either lazy or just stupid, as I've said. Anyway, that was 10 years ago. And they're still the broken Hardys today.
Yeah. Didn't they get unbroken?
Who knows? They're trying to.
You should know. You watch it.
Well, no, they're playing. They're hedging it, but also I think because it's been 10 years, they're gonna do another one with the Righteous, and that's going to be their attempt. And this is the problem that I go to, where everything old is new again. They're going to try to recreate the compound stuff. And if you've gone to the compound too many times and people are just used to it, it's like the expectations will be high, especially with the 10-year stuff. And you kind of hope that they do some callbacks, but I don't know what to expect. They haven't obviously announced anything yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do it either for Destination X or not Bound for Glory. Again, I don't like the idea of cinematic matches airing during a pay-per-view when you have a captive audience. I think it's perfect when they do it on a tape show where they can just air it because nobody was there. So the first run is the perfect airing for that.
I just don't want any more Hardys and Righteous stuff. Can we just go away from that, please?
Probably not, despite our better efforts.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, it's just what we get. It's what we do. I mean, it's what they get. For those who are fans of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, they did announce this morning that they're going to be at the Toronto Mattamy Athletic Center on Saturday, October 3rd for their Northern Rising show. Will I be there? Who knows? I mean, I would like to be. They put on good shows, and the former Maple Leaf Garden is not terribly difficult for me to get to. So tickets go on sale July 31st. That's a Friday. If you can make it, great. And if you can't, then you can probably watch it on either my AEW or pay-per-view or the TSN, like at midnight, I guess. So there you go. Someone's saying now the MLP is on my AEW. What time does it come on? I don't know. I know it's on Thursdays. So check your my AEW on Thursdays and you can see. But if you're in Canada, you can't watch it on my AEW. You're expected to watch it on TSN. Unless you use a VPN, which I highly recommend.
Looking forward to Maple Leaf Pro on my AEW or wherever it's going to be.
Wherever it airs this week.
Yeah.
Why am I getting tagged in things? Why are you all tagging me in things? Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew this. Okay, that's fine. It was Kate sending me messages while I'm on the air, which is it's great. It's like she's trying to throw me off.
Oh, I mean, this happens to me all the time. Welcome to my life.
That's fair. Ken is asking for sites to see. You're going to be there. Okay, hold on. You're going with your wife to Redound. First of all, come and say hi.
That sounds terrible.
Yes, hide your kids, hide your wives, but also come and say hi. And let's go to the casino and blow all of our money, and maybe we'll run into Tekla there. Because
I mean, that would be a good, good day at the casino. You get to hang out with Tekla.
If it's not Tekla, it's the Young Bucks. Like these are who in canon in AEW hasn't been a compulsive gambler on TV. Speedball Mike Bailey, but we can make a gambler out of him. You know why he doesn't gamble, Jeremy? It's because
he always loses.
Yes, but also because they make him wear shoes all the time, and he doesn't want to do that.
Oh, that's fair.
The Biodome's a pretty good shout if you want to check out historical.
The Biodome, like the Pauly Shore movie.
Yes, yeah, they may call it the Biodome there because they don't want to get mixed in with Pauly Shore. Yeah,
that's a good movie.
There's a bunch of, just roam around downtown. Go to Club Sex if it's still open, and go enjoy a lap dance if you can afford it.
A what?
A lap dance.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said.
That's not it. I said if you can afford it.
I thought you said a lap dance, but then I thought you said a lap down.
Oh well, that's for later. If you can
is,
pay
but...
it. Casinos it is. Got it. All right, Ken. I'll see you there. I don't know when I'm going to go at this rate because I don't know what my timing is going to be like because the show starts an hour earlier. I'm going to produce that, I guess, afternoon, morning. And then Saturday I get in and mystery starts at 8. So maybe, I don't know, maybe between check-in and mystery, I can go to the casino. So Ken, if you're going, let's go to the casino first and then go to mystery wrestling. Bring all my camera gear to mystery casino. I'm sure they'll love that. Hey, what are all these cameras doing here? No comments. Don't worry about it. We'll just move along. Anyway, what else is going on? What else is happening? Friday Night Lapdown. It's basically how it felt. Technically, we're not talking about it, so we can move on. I'll be perfectly honest, though, and I know while Jeremy's not going to talk about it, SmackDown didn't do much for me. I did get a chance to watch it on Friday, and we'll get into the thumbnail talk in a little bit because it does have wider conversation pieces to go with. But in terms of the actual show, I don't know how you guys felt. It was not my favorite episode ever. It wasn't very good, to be honest. And the biggest talking point out of it was that Hangman Page was going to be on AEW Collision the next night. That was it. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I would say, yeah, they just announced Hangman's return at like 10 o'clock on Friday night.
It was okay, Tony did a live. Tony did a live while he was like waiting at the ballpark in a random room, and I just happened to tune in because I was like, I'm gonna pause SmackDown for a minute and see if Tony has anything interesting to say. And as he's like multiple times trying to get through the fact that Willow won the Casino Gauntlet and Kenny Omega's our new champion, he after all the repeating, he's like, oh, and Hangman Adam Page is coming, and I was like, he is on Collision, is he now? So yeah, that was it was random, and I get that people were just like, why is he coming back in Collision? I'm like, well, after you saw the promo, you probably figured out why. But it was a big enough talking point on Friday night, because while that happened, Baron Corbin made his WWE return, and we love Baron Corbin. Well, we love Tom Pestek, and we're all Baron Corbin dumbass. I get it, but he's here, and he's going after the U.S. title, and he's going to get that Falcor crusted title that Trick Williams was gifted by Lil Yachty. But good for Baron Corbin to come back. It's good for us to be able to watch Sean go and dunk on dorks on the internet for a little while afterwards.
Yeah.
It's basically the best part of a SmackDown, is just being like, no, they're reporting. I love people who are just like, you should trust the wrestlers. I'm like, trusting the wrestlers is what got us into this in the first place. So maybe we shouldn't just trust the wrestlers.
So for the second straight week, I didn't even watch SmackDown. I was going to go back and watch it, and then the main event and then a DQ. I was like, well, I'm not reviewing it, so I don't need to go back and watch it. So I didn't watch anything on SmackDown. I saw clips. I saw the return. Okay. I'm not mad. Get your money, Baron. Like, I'm not mad at Baron Corbin returning. Baron was... the Wolf Dogs were doing something. That was about the best Braun's ever done on TV. And, since then it's been all downhill for Braun Breaker. But I like Baron. We like Baron. He's fantastic on this show. He was the best guest we've ever had on this show. We'll never talk to him again, unfortunately. And then, I just don't know if, hey, let's just keep bringing back guys from yesteryear and then hope that works. That's all they've done. You look at these past few returns and stuff, or rumored returns, and it's just like, okay, we're bringing back people that we released 3, 4 years ago, and it's like, just get some new talent in there, get some new talent over, and they can't do that. And unfortunately, the reaction for Baron was non-existent. And no one cared, unfortunately.
Poor Tom.
Yeah. And that was that. Yeah, this isn't necessarily, it's commenting on the reaction, is talking about it, but I'm trying to bigger picture when it at least comes to Corbin, not just the segment itself. Because I don't have any, I didn't watch it. I went out on Friday night. My wife and I went to a friend's house and hung out and did better things than watch SmackDown on Friday night.
What you did was, or what you saw was all you saw of Corbin anyway. He wasn't in a backstage or later, what you saw.
Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah, I saw highlights and clips and everything. So I just didn't watch the full thing, and then I didn't go back to rewatch the full thing because I knew I wasn't gonna have to review it. So I was like, I don't care that much.
I get it. And then you got, the real ending of the show was that was the last match, which is why we don't have to talk about SmackDown so much. But
you still owe the people.
I don't owe the people nothing. The real ending was Gunther once again beating the shit out of Nick Aldis. So who knows? Maybe Nick Aldis, the failed wrestler, is going to come out of failed retirement and for some reason, because we can't find something better for Gunther to do. This is the part that, if I'm Gunther, I get it, team player, blah, 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 but I would not be super jazzed about what I'm up to right now, because there ain't much going on. This is the guy who got to, retire AJ Styles. This is the guy who retired John Cena. This is the guy who has been on a tear, but after those things happened, it was just down. He is the ultimate up and down wrestler these days, for no reason other than they just can't figure out what they want to do with him, because you've got Roman Reigns comes back, Brock Lesnar comes back, Seth Rollins got to face Roman Reigns, CM Punk comes back. Well, I got to do CM Punk and Cody now, and it's like Gunther just keeps getting cast by the wayside, and he's too big to be going after an Intercontinental or US title, because you see who's holding those titles and you're like, yeah, I get it. So I don't know what you can do with Gunther, but if I'm Gunther, I'm pretty upset. And he's showing it on screen because he's not getting the world title match at SummerSlam, but he's frustrated, rightfully so. So I just don't know what to do. Don't know
he's
what to do.
he's gonna face Nick Aldis. Hooray!
I hope he loses in 10 minutes. And then Nick Aldis is like, I beat you,
terrible.
you big dumb bitch. And then nothing happens after that.
Yeah, they're gonna bring Nick Aldis out of retirement just so Gunther can put him back into retirement.
Like, what are we doing? Why he's the side quest wrestler? He's just it's so strange. I don't know what Gunther is supposed to be in 2026, but they certainly haven't figured out what that is. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they're going to spend all of I'm not saying they are because they don't know what they're doing tomorrow, but like maybe they're going to spend all of 2026 realizing shit, we didn't do much for this guy after AJ, and then Gunther comes back and becomes a guy who loses his mind because he's like, I was so much better than this, and maybe he goes on a tear. Maybe we get a monster. Probably won't, but here we are. Not good. Anyway, we'll come back to SmackDown in a little bit, but for those who missed it, Conor McGregor came back to the ring and he
rolled.
I love the conspiracy theories that have since come through.
This was the funniest thing of the weekend right here.
That man dropped the Bible on his foot on the first kick, and that was it for him.
This was hilarious. So I watched the majority of this event. It's the first time I've watched like a full on UFC, the White House card, not withstanding, because that was only like a six fight card, maybe 7 fights, and it was like kind of all big names. So I watched that full card, but like this from like start to finish, from like prelims to full on main card, I watched like this whole thing, and it was a really good show. Like Paddy Pimblett, his chokeout of Benoit Saint Denis, like that was great choke. Like I'm not super high on Paddy, although his fight with Gaethje was really good, and he showed a lot in that fight. But I'm like, like how good is he? But he looked great. And there was some other. I was happy to see. I don't know if Bobby King Green is if he's a terrible person anymore, or if he ever was a terrible person. I'll never forget him from like the first Affliction event where he's like in a clinch and he's saying hello to Donald Trump and everything. This was pre-Trump is the president and ruining everybody's lives. So he was just a character on what's that show? The Apprentice. Then that was a goofy little Trump, and everyone, he was harmless for the most part. But King Green's been fighting for a long time. Like that was a crazy comeback, and that one was a really good show. And then the Conor fight happened. And like I said, I'm not defending Conor McGregor ever. Terrible human, should probably be in jail. Lived a lifestyle that has basically got him to this point. Should probably be in jail. But I was excited for the comeback. I was looking forward to see what he could do in the comeback. I love Max Holloway, so I was excited to hopefully see Max Holloway just knock his head off. That was fun.
See the video of his kid reacting to the fight?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So like I love Max Holloway and everything. So I was looking forward to the fight overall. And UFC always does a great job with the video package, and when the lights go down, the entrances and everything, and like it feels like super big time when it comes to that. Like the anticipation of this stuff is really good. And so after both guys made their entrance and everything, I was like, oh, this feels big. Like this feels like a big thing. My wife is watching this with me, and he comes out and he throws this dumbass switch kick, and he just falls. And I'm like, okay, either he blew out his knee or he just slipped, because he did kind of do it in the Monster Energy logo. And we'll see. Like hopefully he'll get up and he'll be okay, and the fight will continue. No, he got up and tried to throw another kick, and then he fell on that. Like, nope, he's done. He's cooked. Like that leg's gone. And then Max, I mean, if Conor would have shown remorse and consent in other areas of life, he wouldn't be in this position. Max, at least, took mercy on this man and was like, I'm not going to punch his head off. He got up, he couldn't do anything. They finally just stopped the fight. 69-second fight, really a 2-second fight, because the first strike he threw, he just blew out his leg. Absolutely hilarious. Like the most perfect like comeback for all of this, because my wife was asking me before the fight, she's like, does Conor like really have a chance in this? Like, what is this like? I'm like, prime Conor McGregor, absolute stud. Like, dude smoked Eddie Alvarez, smoked Jose Aldo. Like, he was a beast, especially with his striking and everything. But he's coming off a terrible tibia break that's kept him out for 5 years. He's like 37 now. He spent the majority of these 5 years doing coke and drinking alcohol and partying and everything.
He found Jesus, Jeremy. What's wrong with you?
Well, that's why I said the majority, because, sir, the last 5 years, I guess he found God. But the majority of the 5 years were coke and alcohol. And I was like, typically when people like try to come back, typically, even if it's just a 5-year layoff, like let's just say you just haven't fought in 5 years. Typically, it doesn't go well when like you haven't fought that long. Throw on this injury that he had, throw on the lifestyle that he had. It's like he's really coming off a way bigger layoff than 5 years, and he's fighting a dude who is still really good. Max is like 32. Max has been through some wars. Max's chin isn't what it used to be. And I'm explaining all this to her. And I'm like, it feels like a fight that Max should win. But if Conor is this freak athlete and the once-in-a-generation athlete that everyone thinks he is, he certainly thinks he is. He still has power. We'll see if he has precision. It can catch Max. He can definitely, with his counter striking, get him. I was like, that's why it's an intriguing fight, because you just don't know. Well, we didn't know he was going to come out and throw this dumbass head kick that got his leg blown out on it. I love how his coach was like, we practiced this kick so much. Like, great, you practice a kick that missed by a mile? That's how you spent most of your camp? Maybe you should have done something else, idiots. I don't know. Like, I saw the conspiracy theories. They even showed on the broadcast, like, him, like, trying to take his shoes off and, like, how he was wobbly there. I said that, too. Like, I noticed that, like, he had trouble, like, taking his shoes off. I was like, Conor's going to tear his leg before he gets into the ring because he's stumbling just trying to get his shoes off. And it turns out I may have been onto something. But they showed that on the broadcast. Like, I don't know. Maybe he came in with some pre-existing injury. It wouldn't, like, fully surprise me because they do hide that stuff. I think it's also a very valid outcome that dude hadn't fought for 5 years. His bones are made of cocaine. He tried to throw a stupid kick. He missed. Like, at least when you're practicing it, like, you're typically, like, hitting the pads and everything. So you're bracing a little bit just off of the pad. He tried to do a stupid kick. He missed. And then he blew out his leg on it. Like, and he's much bigger than he used to be, too. Like, he would throw this shit at, like, 145 and 155. Okay, fine. Now you're at 170. Like, you're just, it's more weight. Your body's transformed a lot over the years. Getting a lot of coke and alcohol. And
PEDs.
Yeah, and PEDs and HGH and all this stuff. Like, it's very reasonable to think, like, he was fine coming into the fight, and he just blew out his leg doing this dumbass kick. Like, that's reasonable to think here. Hilarious, though. Absolutely hilarious outcome.
Well, meanwhile, he's telling people he's going to come back and let Jesus take the wheel so he can do that one last.
Man, I was watching this video, and, like, the whole thing is just, like, Jesus, God. And the whole video is, like, Bible scriptures and
the grift is on, baby.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? And then finally at the end, he's like, yeah, I'm going to come back for my final UFC fight. Bless Max Holloway. His nickname is Blessed. Bless Max Holloway. He's like, yeah, I'll take time off and I'll just fight Conor again. Holloway's like, do I fight Justin Gaethje, who's a tough fight? He beat Gaethje, but it's a tough fight. Like, do I fight Justin Gaethje for $1 million and have a tough fight? Or do I fight Conor, who will be 6 years off, because you can't count this as a return. Like, he didn't actually get any cage time. Do I fight Conor, who will be 6 years off by the time he returns, coming off another leg injury, and get $5 million? He should get more. He probably will get more. ooh, tough choice here. Do I take the easy fight for more money or do I take the tough fight for less money? Yeah, Max is like, yeah, I'm good. I'll wait until he returns. That sounds like a plan for me. I mean, Max, Ken Bruno asking who kills Conor in the last fight.
Himself. It's
Yeah,
literally
probably.
just he just did it to himself. Max didn't do much. People were praising that Max Holloway looked at the referee and was like, "You sure want to keep going with this?"
I mean, he should be praised for that. He
He
could have
should.
knocked his head off.
That's fair. He was a good fighter for that. He was a proper, he was a proper person for doing that. Yeah, no, to me, doesn't matter how much he rehabs, he's a bag of cocaine bones, and that's it. Let him go off into the greener pastures of post UFC life where he can get convicted of other crimes he's committed.
Well, he's found God now. He can't do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. God absolves.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, it feels like it'll probably be Max again. Maybe it'll be Nate because Nate will talk himself into it and they'll look at it of Nate's an easier fight for Conor. Like if they want Conor to try to return to form, Nate's a much easier fight than Max is. Max is always gonna be a tough fight because Max can strike and Max can, knock. He can get him there. Nate, he doesn't really have the power, but at 170, it's a little bit better. He could take Conor down, maybe submit him. But like this dude, and Nate's also older as well. Max is still kind of prime years. Like you can sell the third Nate fight very, very easily, especially to this nostalgia fan base that tuned in for Rousey and Carano. They'll tune in for Conor and Nate. So it might be Nate. That's probably the only other option, honestly. I suspect it'll be Max. It could be Nate.
Tune into UFC 400 in the year 2030 when you'll see Conor McGregor's last match.
Paddy and Max is a good fight. I don't know what Max wants to do, though, if he wants to go back down to 155. Because this fight was at 170. I don't think Max wants to stay at 170 because he's probably a little small for that weight class. He just did this because that was the fight to take, and you're going to take that fight.
You know what I love about Paddy Pimblett? I love that he is a character that's just not a piece of shit. Of all the UFC,
I don't think so. I don't actually know, but I don't think so.
Every time I've watched Paddy outside of UFC, which honestly, I've seen more content of Paddy outside of fighting than I have inside.
Okay.
So that's really what my status is. Like this dude, I've watched him do eating challenges with eaters with people that I watch and listen, not everyone in those spaces are the best people either. They're putting on their facade, but like Paddy Pimblett has come off as just like a guy who just likes stupid shit. And for that, I'm like, I appreciate that this guy who just likes silly, stupid shit can fight very well for that matter. And many people have put him over being like, he can eat like trash for like 12 months of the year. And then that 1 month where he's got to prepare, suddenly he can like lean out and get perfectly in shape and be ready to go. And I'm like, God bless. Because that guy, he's good. And he's, to me, very entertaining. I get why some people might not like him, but I quite like him a lot. Watching him perform in the cage is like, it's another one. I'm like, oh, okay, I could get into this dude. Doesn't suck totally.
See, I didn't think much about him. The Gaethje fight was the first time I like really paid attention to him. I watched kind of his stuff. I knew he had a personality, but he was being fed like kind of nobodies because they clearly saw something in him. He's very charismatic. So it's like, okay, we got to maybe protect this guy for a little bit. And then the Gaethje fight was the first time like he actually fought somebody. And like, he lost that fight, but like he looked good, but Gaethje's so weird in that he looks gassed 2 minutes into the fight, but like you can't put him down. He just keeps moving forward. I was like, if Paddy was really that good, it feels like he should beat this dude by this point. So I was like, maybe Paddy was a little bit overrated and everything. And then he chokes out Benoit saying he had the dumbest fucking game plan ever. Let me dive in, shoot for this takedown, and leave my neck out there. And Paddy even said, like, I know he's going to shoot and I'm going to choke him out. Like, you did the one thing that the dude expected you to do. Like, how stupid do you have to be? So, not like he had the greatest game plan in the world, but he seems like a good dude. I don't dive super deep into UFC like I used to. But he's super charismatic. Like, the entrance is very fun, and, he's a good talker and everything. Like, he's definitely a star-made guy. Maybe they do the rematch with Gaethje against Patty, because that's probably one of the biggest fights they can do right now at 155. Because I thought Gaethje would fight the winner of Max and Conor, but based on the way that went out, it's that's probably not. I mean, if Max wants that fight, he can get it because Max knocked out Gaethje. I'm sure Gaethje will take that, but yeah, I don't know.
And neither do I, because my UFC knowledge is only so vast. But we got through it. Matthew Hook sent something a little earlier, and I always say that I will highlight weight loss journeys because he says on his health update he's down almost 40 pounds. Let's go.
Nice. Good job, Matthew.
Slowed down a lot, but feeling well. Great, quite frankly. And dude, you just keep going. That's all it is. But when you're not feeling so great, slow down. Take a chill. I'm glad to see it. Congratulations. Well done. I can tell you on my journey, I had hit what I thought was a plateau. And then I changed the batteries on my scale this morning.
Oh.
This is such a stupid thing. So the battery was like, I was getting the low battery indicator for the last little bit. I weigh myself every morning, right? And it's going down. It wasn't going down like as dramatically as it was at first, which is normal because water weight and things like that. So I was kind of not plateauing, but I was certainly not losing at the same degree. And so today, those batteries basically gave up. And I was like, all right, I got to find the replacements. Luckily, they were AAA batteries. And so I go and I replace the batteries. I step on the scale and it goes much higher. Like it balloons out. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And then it says, what's the word? Not recalculating, but
recalibrating.
Recalibrating. Yeah, it says calibrate. So CAL, it says calibrating, and then it turns off, and I step back on, and it's like, oh, I actually lost the weight. We're good. Okay, all good there. So, good thing. You just replace the batteries on your scale when it says it's getting low. Will not read properly until you do that. And as I discovered, we're doing pretty good. I understand for some who don't weigh themselves every single day. It's for me, I'm doing it because I am trying to hit a goal, but I'm also doing it in a way that I'm not like starving myself to get there. And yeah, that's it. Next step is getting my leg needled so that I don't have this weird nerve thing going on anymore. The pain is gone. The numbness is still there. So I got to keep stretching and doing the things. But hopefully y'all are too, and keep it up. Especially Matthew, I see in there. Get it.
Yeah, Joel rigged his scale.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, brother. We got a couple of super chats to go through. Gordon Winfall saying, was hoping for the McGregor redemption story. Horrible way to go out. I'm sure 600 million makes that downfall slightly less painful. Well, if he donates that 600 million to worthy charities to show just how much of a true Christian he wants to be, then maybe we'll be talking about it.
Absolutely hilarious way to go out. I didn't care about the redemption story. Was he redeem himself from being a piece of shit? Like, exactly. Redemption there. No, I wanted Max to win. I wanted Max to knock him out, but this was much funnier. He throws this stupid ass kick that absolutely hilarious that he went for this thing too. Like,
did it to himself, man.
Like, he opens a lot of fights with kicks. People are like, why would he throw that kick to start? And it's like, well, he opens a lot of his fights. Usually it's like some type of spin kick. So it wasn't like out of the norm for him to throw this type of kick. He just looks so stupid going for it because he goes for it for way too far away. Max is like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there was no setup to it. He just, like, let me throw this kick. He thought Max was just going to charge in and just like, all right, let's just throw hands immediately. And like, I know Max has a reputation for like standing there and just like, throwing hands like that, but he's also not a dumb fight. He does that at the end of the fight, not the beginning of the fight. Like, just an idiotic choice. So it was hilarious. They just blew out his knee on his first kick,
as he should.
I don't get for people. I know people have said like the UFC, if you paid for this, it's all on Paramount Plus now. Like, no one's like paying for these pay-per-views. I mean, I guess you kind of are, but I watch South Park on Paramount Plus all day. That's what's basically funding my Paramount Plus subscription, is that live South Park channel, not UFC. That's just like a bonus thing at this point. But I guess I don't know if people like paid pay-per-view for it, because I don't know if they're on pay-per-view anymore. I guess if you're in the arena, you probably paid a lot of money and felt pretty ripped off, but that wasn't me.
I saw that our favorite Izzy Dame went to her first UFC show this weekend. That was the one. It is what it is, and she saw a whole lot of nothing.
I actually saw some good fights. Just the main event was what it was.
Both main events were very quick.
Yeah.
So we got that going for us. Our pal Micah, Mocha City of Bitch, saying, "Morning, brothers. Not sure if you talked about it because I have the volume low, lol. Well, thanks for supporting regardless. But you got a review every week. I would love to start watching MLP. I talked about Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. There's a part of me that says absolutely because Canadian, and then there's another part of me that says there's so much friggin' wrestling on already that I don't know if I can commit the time to doing a review on top of watching. Watching and keeping track is one thing. And if I wasn't covering TNA and I could pitch to Sean, hey, I'll do an MLP review instead, he would probably counter with do both. And I'd be like, well, never mind then.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much value in like a solo MLP review.
There will be other people who take on that, that mantle, and good for them. Yeah, because it's the same people who want to do WoW. Because doing something, sorry, I'm singling out WoW because like not a lot of people cover WoW. There are people who will take it, or NWA, which we do, and Louis actually sent me a power recap today.
Oh, shit.
I know, big news. So we do these things on our show because, well, nobody watches Power. But the point of being, there are people who do those other recaps for other shows because they want to stand out. They want to be, they want to be known for what they do. I covered TNA, which like put me in a zone where people who follow TNA wanted to hear my take on TNA because I don't know why, but that's what it did. So you find your niche and you work with it. I don't know if MLP will get me to that level that the TNA stuff did, unfortunately. Unless I call something stupid and Scott DeMore takes offense.
Yeah, you just got to keep calling everything stupid, then it'll be okay.
That's fair. And as Volib says, I can't drop the number 2 promotion.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Can't drop a 2.
Well, they certainly can't.
Yeah, Jake Hager got his ass knocked out.
That's right.
It's power slap. That was funny. What a stupid sport that is.
Yes. You receive absolutely no pushback from me. It is incredibly dumb. I saw a Canadian wrestler friend of mine about to do it, and then the person he was supposed to go up against pulled out last minute for, they said, medical reason, and he never went back. And there were other contributing factors to that. He wanted to go back because it's an opportunity. But again, an opportunity for $10,000 in CTE is definitely not worth it on the scale to me.
Yeah, it's not like... I don't know how much they're getting paid for it. I would imagine like
brain surgery. Not enough for the brain surgery.
I imagine like it's not like it can't be good enough to where it's worth it, right? Like
no, it's not. There's no amount of money in the world where you can say, "Hey, turn your brain into mashed potatoes." There's no money because unless you are going to,
I don't know, for like one fight, you're gonna give me like $100 million. I could do power slap once. All right.
Yeah, I don't think Dana and Power Slap are going to be giving out that money.
Well, no, they're not. But
all this to say, but that's the thing. You got to throw out such a stupid, ridiculous number that people will listen, but they're not, and they're not going to because this is not. It's not worth it. $10,000 is it doesn't pay your concussion bill, and again, you still have to live with the long-term effects of having a concussion. You're dealing with the brain. You are dealing with a very, very sensitive and important part of your body. You can't just put it in direct line of hurt. You can't.
It's very telling that, this seems like it is bad and shouldn't be a thing, and there's no amount of money that should make this a thing, and yet they run events like every 2 weeks because they find enough idiots to do this.
Because again, they're going to pay more than a wrestler will on a match. That's the reality of it. If a wrestler is getting paid $50 on the indies to go out and do a match, and they think, I'm putting my body in the line the same way, I can do a power slap where they're going to give me, let's say, $1,000 for my first one, and they're going to cover the trip and blah, blah, blah. There's an incentive to low-level wrestlers to do it because of the way that indie wrestling has treated most up-and-coming professional wrestlers. They see this as a step up. They don't necessarily see the long-term detriment to their mental or their physical health.
I'm not even talking about indie wrestlers. I'm talking about people in general. Like the fact that they can find enough of these people that are like, this is worth it is a stat. Like just shows how many idiots we have around here.
Because some people just want to be a viral meme, right? That's another thing we have to deal with.
That's all you're getting out of it. Like you are a viral meme. Once you get knocked out, like if you knock the dude out, no one like really cares. Like they only care about the people who get knocked out.
Yeah. Exactly. As Matthew's saying, desperation makes you make short-term decisions at a long-term cost. And for some people, it's very much a money thing.
I destroyed Joel.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Joel will probably actually beat me. Joel's got some size to him.
I'm losing that size.
True.
I'll start taking more drugs.
Joel would probably say no. I'd say yes to this though.
Of course you would. I would say no. I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
I'd say yes to this because I could probably go to Matt and be like, let's work this shit, brother. We got paid. Like, come on now. We don't need to get hurt off of this. Matt seems reasonable enough to be like, okay, he'll work with me here. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna sell him on the work idea. No, if I actually have to do this, absolutely not. I'm not doing it even for $1 million. But I'm only saying yes because I think Matt would be willing to work here.
That was what I was going to say. And while you read that, I'm going to say that the Survivor Series has officially been announced for Dakin Park in Houston, Texas. It's going to be hot as hell. Tickets go on sale August 7th. There you go. Survivor Series not happening in Boston. No one said it was happening in Boston. At one point it was discussed. WrestleVotes Radio had talked about this on Thursday. But again, WWE was like, you pay, and Boston was like, no, I don't. And so as a result, turns out the Texans will pay. And so they will be they'll be doing the Survivor Series in Houston.
What is that?
The Survivor Series.
Is that like supposed to be like your Houston accent?
I guess so. Don't they all sound the same down the south? Just gotta.
I was gonna make like SpongeBob references because Sandy's from Texas and they just call her an idiot.
Well, the ladder match slap fight.
Ladder match slap fight. Ooh.
Don't want that either.
That's why I think I could beat Matt. He's taking a lot of ladders to the head, so
Once again, refer to my private chat. Gordon Windfall sent a super chat saying Jack Swagger's fingers making gang signs after he got knocked out was crazy to watch.
Yeah, you watch those people get knocked out and they're throwing gang signs out the window, you bish out here, because, man, they get smoked in that stuff. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, no, it's like I don't watch it. I only watch it because Jake Hager got his ass knocked out, but like I don't watch it otherwise. I didn't even know it was going on. I didn't know Hager was on the card until I saw he got knocked out. I was like, all right, guess I gotta do an article on that.
I wonder how his transport business is going, Jake Hager.
Well, he like unretired from everything, so probably not good.
Wait, he unretired from everything?
Yeah, he's wrestling again.
He is?
Yeah.
First of all, who's booking him? Second of all, I get
Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay, well, that's the answer. I mean, I get why people would probably do it because he's, he is a name, much of one.
Is anybody really a name? Like,
Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. Where's he worked? Is it all just WWC?
I think so.
Oh, that's it. He's just worked. He's worked one weekend at the anniversary show, and he lost both matches. Oh, and of course, one of them was against ADR. So there you go. So just as well, two shitheads knocking each other around in the ring. Anyway, Saturday, November 28th, Survivor Series, Dakin Park. Apparently, it has a retractable roof, but I don't see it in this photo. Maybe there is.
Okay. What? How many can that hold?
I don't know. Let's find out. Dakin Park capacity.
And then take 1/4 of that. That'll be the attendance for the event.
For baseball, the seating capacity is 41,168. So they're probably 45.
All right, so they'll get 10,000 in there.
They'll get 23,000.
Shooting a little high.
Yeah. Oh, Ken Bruno is letting us know that his ex-wife has the licenses for the trucking company and he might be in a bad place. Well, then we send our best. You know what? We know how we feel about him politically. Maybe personally, he's who he is. We hope he's okay. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and I feel a little bad now. Anyway, not that bad. Next.
Not when the dude's like yelling "fuck Tony Khan" after his first power slap and everything. Like,
how'd that go for him?
This dude didn't give you a job for 5 years when, he made, well, thanks to Chris Jericho, when like you didn't offer that much return on investment there. Like, look, I hope he's okay in some areas, but also doesn't seem like the greatest person in the world.
Sorry. Hold on. I got Sean. He quote tweeted me on something stupid. Not quote tweeted me. Anyway.
Oh, good. I hope people attack you now.
No. It's not. It was on where people don't attack me because
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I tweeted out the Tony Khan announces Hangman's return on Collision this week.
Mm.
Zero interest on Twitter. Buddy, that thing popped off on Blue Sky.
Hangman's big on Blue Sky.
People were very excited for Hangman on Blue Sky. It was very funny to watch. Anyway, Saturday night's main event is this Saturday, and we've officially had the announcement that Jalen Brunson will be there. He won't be getting physical, we all assume, because he had surgery. But there you go. They had Roman Reigns be like, acknowledge me, and we'll be there together. And Jalen Brunson's like, yes, King, and they're both there. I mean, Roman's on Raw tonight. He's advertised for Raw, so I assume they're going to set up
a contract signing.
Yes, and I assume that they're going to do something out of that.
I don't think they're going to do anything out of that.
Well, no, for Saturday night's main event. You think they'll give him a match, or they think they're just going to do a segment?
No, I think they're just going to do a segment. I don't think Roman's wrestling at Saturday night's main event.
You think they're just going to have him there because of the
Yeah, they're going to bring Jalen Brunson in the ring, and they're going to acknowledge us, and the MSG crowd's going to go crazy, and Roman's going to look like
Danhausen's going to come out, and Roman Reigns is going to murder Danhausen, and CM Punk's going to come out and be like, that's my best friend. And we're going to reignite the Roman Reigns CM Punk feud from WrestleMania that I wanted to do over the Danhausen murders.
They're going to do the acknowledge me thing. They're going to get a big pop. Roman's going to be the biggest baby face on the show, stealing the shine from Punk and Cody, and that's why he's the GOAT.
And Seth Rollins is going to complain about it on Raw the next Monday.
Yeah, Seth Rollins isn't going to show up at all. He's going to be like, see, look at this guy. He once again stole the spotlight. I wanted to take the spotlight. This guy's so much cooler than me. I can't believe it. No one on the Knicks wanted to hang out with me.
He's going to be I came to work. I'm going to have a match tonight on Raw. Well, Roman Reigns is on a plane somewhere. And everyone's just going to be like, bro, why though? Danhausen brings out the Toon Squad. Oh, God. Anyway, maybe they're going to announce that LeBron James is going to sign with the Lakers during Saturday night's main event.
Well, he's not going to sign with the Lakers. He's already said he's not going to sign with the Lakers.
The Knicks. I just read a tweet about the Lakers.
Okay.
Anyway.
I don't think he's signing with the Knicks. I still maintain it's Cleveland, but we shall see. Hopefully we'll see this week because he needs to hurry the hell up.
I hope he has an ESPN special and we just go back to the way things used to be. And it's Stephen A. Smith hosting the decision.
I don't think he likes Stephen A. Smith.
That's what makes this even better. That's all I need. Anyway, Richard Holiday had a match against Bear Bronson this past weekend in GCW at the Melee in Manchester. He's a big old loser, that Richard Holiday, so you know what that means. He's on his way to WWE.
Home king of the losers.
King of the losers. He's going to be king of the loser doors. He took off his boots. You think he's going to get new boots before he debuts next?
I guess he would have to unless he ran back in there and got,
kind of hope he does.
Took him back.
Oops. gotta sell these on Whatnot later. I'm very excited for Richard Holiday to make his debut, in which Vic Joseph and Booker T have their Book. Do you know who that is? He's the hottest free agent right now. And Book be like, oh, and that'll be it. That'll be the debut of Richard Holiday in NXT. He did a good troll though. He had the NXT coffee place. He took a photo and was like, "Where am I going next?" And it was the night of the match with Bear. It's cute.
Oh, they didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, I think he posted the photo. I don't know if that was that day or if he just found a place and had to go find it. But yeah, it's good. I like Bear. I like Richard Holiday. They're obviously friendly with each other as well on the Indies. And for them to do that last match on what is presumably Holiday's last, this is a dude who should be. He absolutely should be in a place like WWE. He's got the charisma. He's got the look. He's got the size. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can accomplish in a new place with a lot more eyeballs.
Is he going to be able to punch everybody in the dick, though?
That's all I care about. That's literally the only thing I need to see is will he get to punch people in the dick? Because if he can't, then I will no longer be a Richard Holiday fan. If they
He's screwed if he can't do that.
If they strip him of his signature move, I will
strip him. Why are they going to strip him?
Well, they got to let him hit people in the dick, and if you can't, then you're just stripping him of everything because you got to strip down your dick to be hit.
Oh, okay. You're talking about topless and stripping and lap dances today. Are you okay?
No, I'm sexually repressed. No, we're just talking about everything.
Can't relate.
Valid. Yes, Richard Holiday and Naraku as a tag team. That's what I need in my life.
That would be pretty beast, actually.
I want to see those two. They're just kicking people in the dick and then rolling them up.
Yeah, I'm for that.
I'm all about it. So finally, from SmackDown, there was the beginning of the CM Punk and Cody Rhodes match. Really, the announcement, and it sucked. That's really all I got to say about it. They went out there, and it was just they went when, and they're gonna do the match. There was no callbacks, no nothing, just here's the match. You knew it was coming. We're giving it to you. And on Friday, you and I were like, well, this could go really well if they have a heated promo and they start at least doing some powder keg stuff. And no, they couldn't light the dynamite. I'm sorry. It's not, a Wednesday in 2021. They failed. And now we have to listen to weeks of who's the better man instead of someone being a heel. And
oh, we don't know that.
I have a feeling we're not going to. I think we're going to meddle with shades of gray again because it's going to be. This is the CM Punk mentality. This is the you either love him or you hate him. There's no in between, and we're not going to give you one to do over the other. And with Cody, he is the baby face. We're going to stick him with whoever and see what happens. Yeah, Cody, as Kate says, Cody didn't even mention that Punk took the match from him on Monday. He got the match. It was just not a good start to this. You got to move tickets, and I get it. They might do a powder keg blow off or powder keg blow up, but whatever they did on Friday was just not it. And they should have had something in the can to get you excited for. But they shook hands.
Well, they're teaming with each other this week.
Right. Where is my "Can They Coexist" video from Tim and I? I wish I had that. It's on my old computer. It's not on this one. But if I had it, I would play it right now.
Yeah, so they're teaming with each other this week. I think they'll do, I hope they'll do a bigger promo, in the coming weeks. I mean, there's only, how many SmackDowns left? 3 SmackDowns until SummerSlam? 2 or 3?
Let me take a quick look.
I think there's 3.
3.
Pretty sure, yeah. So I got 3 SmackDowns. This week will probably be more glad-handing stuff because they're going to team a Saturday night's main event. And I think in the final 2, they'll hopefully heat it up a little bit, because we saw with the Punk and Roman feud, they shot too early with that, and then they had to do stuff with like, I'm gonna bury you next to your father, and then we got the Usos involved, and then you're old, remember that, and like they kind of, again, they shot too early on that. This, they don't have the time that Punk and Roman had, because they had months before that. But I think they want to make it, peak when it's supposed to peak instead of peaking 3 weeks too early. I could be completely wrong. It could be they're just going to be like, we're 2 best friends and now we're going to fight because it's about respect type of thing. That's what they could do. But I'm hoping that they start going at it a little bit in the next. I don't expect it this week. But in the final 2 weeks, I'm hoping we get a little bit more to it, just because it needs a little bit more to it. Yeah, the whole, I want the match. Okay, you got the match. That's that. All right, fine. Like, I suspect they're gonna win. Sammy's probably gonna take another L on Saturday. Sucks to be Sammy.
No, what if they pin? CM Punk?
Why?
Maybe Gunther should pin CM Punk and then be like, I did it. I pinned him. Give me the title match. And then Aldis is like,
that's not going to happen, though.
No, lost. And then they set up Aldis versus Gunther like that.
No, that's not going to. They're not pinning Punk. They're not pinning Cody.
They love pinning champions. Remember they spent
do.
an entire week pinning champions on an episode of Raw, NXT, and SmackDown? That was the best.
Yeah, they do. But I just don't see. Like, unless Sammy beats Punk and then you set up a rematch on SmackDown, like, that's the only way I can see it. But I just assume Sammy's gonna take the L, and then maybe Sammy takes the L, and then this would be outside the box a little bit for them. This might be a little too forward thinking for them, but Sammy takes the L. Punk and Cody are celebrating, and then one of them just decks the other one. And then we get a true heel going into this instead of this shades of gray stuff. And we're just friends, but we're going to take shots at each other. Like, we actually get a heel out of this. I don't suspect that'll happen. That's probably what I would do, and just fully commit to a heel Cody or a heel Punk. but I don't think that's
They
actually
ain't
gonna
gonna do it.
happen.
No.
Right now we got two babyface. Like both of the top matches at SummerSlam is babyface.
Brother, and once again, Roman Reigns is not a babyface. Roman Reigns is a heel, but you've got to deal with this Shades of Grey crowd who just want to cheer Roman because they respect the work that he's doing. They think that he's a babyface because wrestling fans are stupid, I guess. And then you've got
the tribal chief, baby.
Anyway, and I guess case in point. And then you've got Seth Rollins, who is trying to be a babyface, calling out the heel for being way too good at his job. And that is the story. And everyone's like, Shield Lore. Oh my God. It's like, sure, Shield Lore, have fun. And then on the other side, like you said, Cody is white meat babyface, but people are sick of seeing him like this. But they're like, no, he's finding it hard to beat, but apparently he's very good babyface. So you got that. And then you got CM Punk on the other side, who is the consummate Shades of Grey wrestler. And you and I have talked about this for years now, that they are just not going to change CM Punk at all. Like they're not going to give him a hardline heel spot. They're not going to give him a hardline babyface spot because they know his hardcore fans are going to love him either way, and he's got a lot of those in every arena. And why are they going to mess with that? They're going to buy his merch. God forbid they try to tell a different story where he becomes a hardline heel and does the thing that would get him most heat and blah 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 blah. And it would be too easy, but they refuse to even entertain the idea that wrestlers can be different.
Story.
What's the story?
Why are we doing story?
Why are we doing stories?
Why do story when you can just be like poster? WWE is an indie fed at this point. Just what looks good on a poster.
That's true. They're even using AI to get so maybe they are a little bit closer than you thought. You know what? I would love to see this. I would love to see this. I hope he comes out in the yellow trunks with the red stars. It would be perfect because now everyone's calling him CM Hogan. That was, my favorite.
That would be good.
This one woman who's very clearly looking for attention brings her kids to try and get a CM Punk autograph. Apparently, Punk said no. They went to the hotel and they're just like, kids.
They apparently stayed at the same hotel as Punk.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You don't get to wait on the wrestlers after hours. You just don't. It's like, how do you feel? And they're like, I'm heartbroken. Meanwhile, they're like, I'm heartbroken. 6'7". It's like, what are we doing here? Relax.
That was like dumb. Like
there's a lot of dumb shit out there.
I mean, there was no footage of Punk like dissing the kid or whatever. So we're just like supposed to take this kid's word that Punk dissed him and left him.
Should have smacked the phone out of that woman's hand. Come on, set a precedent.
I don't know. I mean, I know what these people are trying to accomplish. The thing is like everybody's on the wrestler outside of more weirdos like them. Like everybody's on the wrestler side with this kind of stuff. Even if you're staying at the hotel, like it does not matter. Like don't bother these people. I've stayed at hotels with wrestlers. Like I don't go up and say anything to them. The exception is if I know them, obviously. Like then I'm like, hey, how are you? But I don't go and try to bother them or anything like that. Like just let them be at that point,
Just stop talking to wrestlers.
The only time that like I talked to a wrestler that like I didn't really know was I was in an elevator with Chris Jericho. And
that's your first mistake.
Well, we just happened to be going in the same elevator.
You're not a woman, so it's fine.
No, I was with my wife.
You're not a single woman in an elevator. Chris Jericho, how's that?
Yeah, we were just in an elevator with Chris Jericho, and the only thing I said, this was after All Out 2021, Punk's return. Yeah, Punk's return match against Darby. I don't even remember who Jericho faced. MJF that night? Maybe?
Oh, I do not remember that.
Let's pretend it was MJF.
You need SP3 here for that moment.
Yeah. I was there, and I don't remember who it was.
You're going to pop in the chat for that. Yeah, it was MJF.
Okay. And the only thing I said is like, hey, good match. And he's like, oh, thanks. He's like, are people still like, it was right after COVID. He's like, oh, are people still worried about being in elevators together?
You're asking that of Chris Jericho?
No, Chris Jericho said that.
Oh, well, he just wanted to have an anecdote to tell on his podcast then.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, good match tonight. And that was kind of it. I should have been like, hey, we're going to hang out with Luther at the bar. You want to come chill with us? He probably would have been like, all right, it's cool.
All over that.
Yeah, Jericho he probably would have bought us a bunch of drinks and stuff. And great, Right. And I said hi to John Silver like the next day because Luther introduced us to John Silver. So it was just like, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh, good. Like, just get breakfast. Like, yeah, us too. And that was like the whole conversation. So that was it. Otherwise, I didn't talk to like any wrestlers the entire, even though we were staying at the same hotel as the wrestlers, because it's just like, I actually felt bad. We saw Sting, and I should have like said hi, and I should have gotten a picture, and I didn't, because I wanted to respect his space. But that one I actually kind of regret, of not being like, man, I should have just said hi and tried to get a picture. Like, he could have been, I feel like he would have been cool with it and done it. And if he said no, I would have respected that and be like, hey, no problem. But I wish I would have at least like attempted that one. But I try to respect the wrestler's space of like, I don't want to bother this man. He's not in wrestling mode. He's in Steve mode. So I don't want to bother him with this. So I'm just not going to say anything. And some wrestlers are very chill about it. Like, especially if it's just like one person and they can tell you're not waiting there on them. Because like we weren't. We just happened to be in the same place at the same time. It's not like we were waiting outside like, oh, can we see Sting type of thing. But yeah, a lot of wrestlers will be chill about it if like you just go up to them and be like, hey, can I get a picture or something? If they can tell you're not waiting on them and you haven't been waiting on them, you can typically get a picture.
I just ignore them.
Oh, the wrestlers? Yeah, I get it.
It's just like I was at the supermarket. I've told the story before. Recently, I was at the supermarket and I just happened to see Jody Threat, and I was like, we were both looking at eggs, and I was like, I am not talking to you. I love Jody. Like I'm very.
You know Jody though.
I know Jody. That's true. And I'm just like, we're not at work. We're not doing this.
You can say hi.
I guess it's fine. I just didn't want to do this. So regardless, I
like I've never seen like a wrestler like out in the wild like that to. Be like, oh, hey, yeah, outside of, again, places where all wrestlers are. But I'm just saying, like, going to the grocery store or something and seeing a wrestler there. I've never done that. But, like, if I knew them, I'd probably say hi. Like, if I ran into Cole Radrick at the grocery store, I'd be like, hey, Cole. And he'd be like, my name's not Cole. My name's Redacted. I'd be like, oh, sorry, I got the wrong person.
That's why I wear these at all times.
Oh, you're one of those people who like has your headphones in when you go out?
Almost always, yeah.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah, dude, I go to... So if you see me in Montreal and I'm wearing earpods at your wrestling show, there's a reason for that.
Because you're one of those people.
It's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I'm honest to God, I'm just trying to save my ears after decades and years. We'll say almost decades of not wearing in-ear monitors like I do on this show. So I do it to save my ears, especially if I'm close to the pyro and everything. But
if you go to the grocery store though and you're wearing like that stuff, you're just one of those people.
I might put them in transparency mode, but like
I don't know what that means.
So there's 3 settings on AirPods. You can do transparency mode, adaptive, or noise canceling. Noise canceling is pretty obvious. Transparency mode basically opens up all the microphones so you could hear around you like you're not wearing them. It's fine.
But still, you're giving the impression that you're wearing them, so people stay away from you.
Yes, because most of the time that is what I would like for people to stay away from me while I listen to whatever I'm listening to. I got Apple Music. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying. The weirdest thing is, there you go. Like Ryan wears his AirPods when he's alone outside. I get it. I do that. But also, I'm enjoying spatial audio on Apple Music. It's very strange. I've never like walked around with a soundstage being mobile with me. It's very weird, but I like it. That's Apple Music. Got rid of my Spotify.
Wow. You're one of those people. Can't believe you.
I'll know when to leave in Montreal when Joel puts his AirPods in. I'll have them in. I don't know if I have them in. I don't know where. Some places I do. When I go to Northern Crown, because it's a very small space that they do it in, and I'm usually pretty close to the ring and the PA, I'll put them in for that, and it just saves my ears more than anything else. So either way, you've all been warned. I'll see you all in Montreal, and like,
don't talk to Joel. He'll have his AirPods in. So I do that with the kids though. Like I'll be playing games, and usually I don't have like music or I don't have usually I'm playing sports games, so I don't need the commentary for sports games because the commentary sucks anyway. So like I don't have headphones in and stuff. But now I've been playing GTA, And so I'll have my headphones in so I can listen to it. And they'll be like talking to me, and I'm trying to shoot cops and everything. And be like, I can't hear you. Sorry, I gotta rob this bank right fast. I gotta kill this hooker. So I don't understand what you're saying to me right now. And then they just leave me alone. Because like I don't want them to see me play in GTA. I'll be like, go away. This is not a good game for you.
This is a valid point, Henry. Don't talk to Joel. Unless we're in an interview, at which point talk to Joel.
I try not to talk to Joel ever, but unfortunately.
Oh, could you please
do this show with him?
Could you carry a whiteboard around? We got a super chat, and then we'll move on. From Monk Donk earlier, he said, "Hey Joel, you like the offseason moves by the Sens? Eklund and a bunch of 1s and 2 picks for Brady is a good trade. As a Leafs fan, I can't complain. Alfie turned heel. I don't buy into the Daniel Alfredsson turned heel because he went to a rival team that hasn't been a rival team in years, because the Leafs and the Sens have just not been in.
Yeah, but he was there when they were rivals.
Yeah, he was. But then he also went to Detroit for that 1 year when he's like, well, I can't win a cup.
That was weird.
Well, he's like, I can't win a cup with them, so I'm going to go try and win a cup with the team that's actually, in position to win a cup, and then he didn't. But Alfie coming back to the Sens for a couple of years was fine. And if he wants to go to the Leafs, who are trying to restructure, he can try it. Don't know how successful he's going to be. I hope he gets paid a lot of money to have a overpriced condo downtown near the Bank Arena, and then he's got to move his entire family. And I feel for the family when that happens. But no, I don't. The heel turn stuff is very funny conversation to me. But
he definitely heel. It's definitely a heel turn. You can say it.
Yeah, it's fine. No, they like Closure signing on for another year is good. There was just some trying to reset for the year isn't a bad thing. Brady Tkachuk going is by most measurements a net positive for Ottawa and the fan base. And Brady can go play with his brother, and he had his 4 teams he wanted to go to, and he just wanted to go play with his brother. I guess that's fine. But Eklund is a good pickup, and I'm excited for the next couple of years. I don't know. The Sens have been that team that just suddenly puts themselves in a playoff spot at the end of the year, and you're just like, oh, I guess we're going to have some playoff hockey. But no one has looked at them as primary cup contenders for a while, and if they can sneak into that position, amazing. I have low expectations, which is how I tend to run my hockey fandom. So no, I think they've been decent moves, but nothing's been earth-shattering to me. I don't know if you have anything to add, because you follow hockey obviously from your own team's perspectives as well.
I like what the Sens have done overall. I don't know. I feel like Brady Tkachuk's addition by subtraction. Yeah. I do like Eklund. I think he's really good. Got a lot of draft picks, so we'll see when it comes to Ottawa. Hockey's such a crapshoot. I feel like my team hasn't done anything in the offseason. Made some trades, got some new players in there, brought back the same coach. Neither of my teams have done anything, but I didn't expect either of them to do a whole lot. So it's not super surprising that they didn't do anything. I'm very worried about the draft picks in OKC, but we shall see. I'm
singling out Grace for a second because I'm actually curious. Anyone who's in Ottawa or an Ottawa fan, how do you feel about the Charge moving to the Canadian Tire Center? What are they? I don't know what they're called this month, but moving out to the Corel Center, moving out to the Palladium, moving out to Canada to play where the Sens play, because they used to play right downtown near TD Stadium. How do you feel about the movement? Because I've heard mixed reactions. It's nice that the Charge are getting into a bigger hockey arena. That obviously shows that there's opportunity for growth, but you got to drive all the way out to Canada for that. Which for most people is for most Americans, it's not a big deal, but for us, when they opened that building, and it's 30 minutes from downtown, it was not super fun. So I'm curious. The Charge are doing well, so it's good to see them expand. But I'm curious about the move, how Ottawa feels about the move to the center. It's been the Canadian Tire Center for many, many years, brother. It's been Palladium, it's been the Corel Center, it's been the Scotiabank Arena, it's been the Canadian Tire Center. I think there might be a fifth one that I'm missing, but every year it's been everything but TD. So there you go. Sucks because there's more to do around TD Place, which is exactly it. You can go to Tanger outlets before the games. Okay, sorry, that's my Ottawa talk for now. I'll be back in Ottawa in August, and I'll be at C4 for Fighting Back. That's my Ottawa talk. Do you have anything to add about Ottawa?
I've never been. That's all I got.
Beautiful place. Beautiful place. Yeah. Beautiful place. Love it.
Never been.
Yes, that's right. And Ryan Lambert got screwed out of going to see a PWHL game in Montreal. I remember that. It was the game that got canceled.
Yeah.
Should talk about Collision?
Hangman Page returned and was like, I'm a loser, so let me go after these loser championships.
Well,
that was it.
He spread seeds now.
Oh, he got a vasectomy as well.
It's smart on him. So those who hadn't figured it out yet, yes, he's had a second.
He's not spreading seeds, actually.
You're done, and we all have those conversations with our partners eventually. He seems to have done it. Good for you. I hope your boys are feeling good. Yeah, it's he came out and cut the promo, and he basically said, there are other titles, and I will go after those titles, and I'm going to adhere to the stipulation of the last match that I lost, and MJF, I'm going to leave you alone for a while. And that's it. Hangman is a gardener, and he's probably going to go after Kyle Fletcher or Jon Moxley if they want to make the Continental Championship mean something, I guess.
But the Continental Championship is the one that means the most.
Somehow. I don't know what they're going to do with Hangman. I'm cautiously curious, optimistic even, about what they can do, because when Hangman wrestles, when Hangman performs, people are listening, and that's good. It's just really tough to imagine what the world title scene, which is supposed to be the biggest title available on your program, when he's not allowed to be in it because of the stipulation. I'm curious as to how Hangman positions and how Hangman kind of works with that stipulation. You have to be creative to do it. So that's why I'm like, I know he is, and I think he can do a good job trying to work around that. And I'm hoping that Tony and others are listening to it as well. So it wasn't a bad promo. It was unexpected because he was announced, 10 o'clock on a Friday to be in Roanoke for, close by to his home area. So it worked. It was just, I think a lot of people had talked themselves into, he's got to come back for some grandiose moment, right? People were talking about the Kenny and MJF match being like, this is when Hangman comes back, or back for the cage. And they keep talking about Hangman. And it turns out like we kept talking about Hangman so that Hangman could just show up and be like, yeah, so I'm a gardener and I'll go after other titles, I guess. It's cool. You should say it's fine, and then Leo Rush should challenge him for the TV title.
Imagine if we got Hangman ROH TV champion. He should go after the ROH title.
Hasn't he already had one of those before?
Has he? I don't think Hangman's won an ROH. Oh,
he had the 6-man at one point. I'm talking like ROH Hangman. I'm talking, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He had the 6-man tag titles twice. He never had an ROH singles title. Okay, so I'm not totally crazy. Yeah. I mean, I am, but not that type of crazy. I don't know. Maybe, let him go crazy in ROH. I'm gonna beat Bandito. It's great.
Yeah. All right, Hangman and Bandito. That'd be a great match.
I mean, it would be good. I thought the one with Shibata was very good for Bandito and Shibata. They did not do the redemption story for Katsuyori Shibata.
Shocker.
I know. Very upset about this. Nobody in Ring of Honor, nobody in AEW heard my pleas that we were almost a year to the day in the last singles AEW television victory for Katsuyori Shibata. This could have been it. But no, they didn't draw attention to it, so it wasn't going to happen. It's very upsetting.
Shibata was never going to win that match.
That's fair. Good match though. There were a lot of good matches, a lot of talking segments too. My God. But the main event was excellent. Speedball and Mark Davis had a really good one, and Speedball continues to be that wrestler that you want to watch, and eventually you'd like to see him win and not get his feet bit by the end of the match. But sometimes you just got to bite feet. Good match with Mark Davis, though.
It was fine.
Wow. Don't let your anti-Canada bias come out now.
I'm going against the grain because everyone's calling it. I saw people saying it's like the best TV match of the year. I'm like, we literally just had Omega and MJF like 3 days before. Let's hold off on saying this was the best TV match of the year. It was a fantastic match, but I don't know. Like, wrestling's dead to me.
I get it. What do you think of Andrade with his Love Island audition tape?
That was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'd love to go on a boat and just look good like that and do whatever. There's the one shot where he's in the hatch, or he's in the bed and the hatch is open and he like looks up and smiles, and the next shot is the woman sitting next to him like, oh, what was he doing in that bed earlier in that shot where he looked up and smiled and it was just his face in the bed saying he was having sex.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, I appreciate Andrade. Try to just be fucking, man.
Yeah, that's how it does.
Gotta respect it.
Yeah, and they announced for Boston Dynamite they're going to do Monet and the Divine Dominion against Hyan, Maya World, and Willow, which I'm expecting this to kind of spin off to Hyan and Maya World going against Divine Dominion again, or they'll add in Sisters of Sin into a triple threat in the buy-in, a 3-way tag team championship match, and Divine Dominion win, and then we'll move on to Brawling Birds. I thought they were going to go right to Willow and the Brawling Birds going up against Mercedes and Divine Dominion, which they still could do after we get through Redemption. But yeah, I'm happy that they're continuing to use Maya World on AEW television, clearly setting up to something with Ring of Honor, I guess. But Athena hasn't been seen since she called out Maya World.
Athena got her run, and now she is back to ROH.
Yeah. Can we talk about the Adoption Center segment, the Bang Bang Gang one?
Yeah, this ruled.
That was weird as hell.
Why was it weird? It was fantastic.
We're going to euthanize dogs. By the way, these 2 dogs are available for real. But dogs, they had to differentiate. It's just like nobody looked at them and was like, PETA will be on our ass if we don't tell them
Who cares about PETA.
It's just in general. It was so friggin' strange.
They named the dogs Finley and Connors.
But they're just like, these are legitimate dogs. You could have these dogs, but the other dogs, we're gonna kill them.
Yeah, and people got it. Like they don't want to kill actual dogs; they want to kill these fake dogs.
It was like Redman Survivor saying, it was weird, but it was funny. Like, don't get me wrong, I was laughing.
It's a bit.
Yeah, it was just like, it was one of those moments where when they turned out the cameras, Jay White looked at everyone and was like, have we gone too far? And everyone just being like, no, we can go further. We have to eat the dogs next. It's like, oh Jesus, no.
Well,
when Jay White is the most sane member of your team, you know you've got a problem. Yeah, you think about the other members of that.
I feel like Ace Austin might be the most sane member.
No, all he wants to do is flip in the air and talk about beating up other people.
Jay White's a knife pervert, though.
Oh, he hasn't had that knife in years. He hasn't been able to master it because
Juice is way out there. Juice doesn't even. Yeah, the Guns were raised by Billy Gunn, so they're just kind of out there.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Ace Austin is the most put together member. I think Jay's got too much life experience compared to Ace Austin as well.
What an amazing moment that was. Yeah, just the segment itself. I watched it, I laughed, and then it went to break, and I was just like, wait a minute, those are real dogs? You can adopt them? It just totally weird. Yeah. Ace Austin just wants to be Quadzilla. That's all he wants to do. And he eats playing cards. A very valid point.
So it's better than being a knife pervert.
No, you know. Is there anything else from Collision that we really need to talk about? The Willow promo. She's got a new Does JanSport sponsor AEW yet? And if they haven't, what are we waiting for?
Willow's in the hood with more straps than a JanSport.
Well done. So she's got a rainbow one now, and that makes her happy. So there you go. It was. Why don't you adopt a dog? No, absolutely no. My child wants a dog, and every time we've had this conversation, it is who's going to walk the dog? You are. I'm like, no, I'm not. My child will deal with this. Anyway.
People want to talk about Trent. He lost.
Yeah, you got beat up by Darby Allin. What else do you want?
Match is too long.
5 stars.
Not quite 5. 3.5.
Well, you know, it was Darby Allin, so you got to love it. There was no fireworks.
They didn't blow up anything. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, Queen Aminata is going after Hikaru Shida. Sure. Once again, everyone who was part of that survival of the fittest is going to get a match singles against Hikaru Shida. That's one thing that they've definitely told you right now with that Queen Aminata return. So who's going to be the last person?
Statlander.
And we're back. It'll probably be it All In. So,
are they going order of elimination so far? Because Harley was the first out.
I hope. So Aminata the next one.
I don't recall.
I gotta go back.
Aminata was the next one.
Oh, I gotta look at this now. This was the July 1st one, so I gotta go back a couple of weeks.
No. Micah was the next one.
Well, they can't get access to her. They can't get access. She's back in Japan. Anyway, all the other ones will be there. Stat per 73 way. Sure, we'll see. Regardless, that was a That was something that I can't say much about the match. I don't think that Cameron and Cheeto was all that good, but Amanada's next, and they'll do that match in a couple, maybe at Redemption, maybe in a week, who knows? But it existed. Other than that, yeah. Oh, remember when Matt Sydal came back and he was all like, "I'm gonna win titles and I'm here for my big run," and then all he's doing is fighting with the demand and the list.
Scorpio Sky's on his podcast, just like, what the fuck?
I don't know what I'm doing next.
Scorpio Sky, like, first ever one half of the AEW Tag Team Champions. You wouldn't know it, but they just like bring him back and then
former
do
TNT
nothing.
champion, by the way,
like 2-time TNT champion, right?
Is he 2-time? I know Fred definitely won. But I'd check out that one.
I feel like he was a 2-time. Maybe I'm
lying.
lying.
I remember the Laker belt.
Yeah, maybe I'm lying that he got 2. But it's hilarious that they just like bring him back, do nothing, and then bring him back and do 2-time TNT champion.
There you go.
I was correct. And they just like they got nothing for this group. Like, you know. Yeah, I do like that Top Flight's over here teaming with like Commander and who else was in that match? AR Fox, and it's like, don't you have a teammates that you team with? Aren't you part of Skyflight? Didn't AR Fox and Top Flight like beef, or am I making that up?
Yeah,
wasn't there like a split between them?
I don't remember anymore.
All right, maybe I'm making that up, but I feel like there was like some type of beef between them, and maybe they never split. Maybe they just always like teamed together, and I'm wrong. AR Fox beef with it, was it Crew? I don't. Who knows? They used to team. I know they used to team together.
Yeah, and then now Crew just they all.
Yeah, Crew went crazy. Maybe I misremembered on AR Fox and Top Flight beefing. I know they like used to team. So like AR Fox and Commander who like kind of being teammates makes a little bit of sense, but at the same time, like they've moved so far past AR Fox and Top Flight that Top Flight has a full new group that they're with. So why are they teaming with AR Fox and Commander when you have Scorpio and Matt Sydal? It was just weird.
Is Zachary Wentz okay?
Yeah, well, Wentz is probably fine, but I want to know why, like, accompanied by Myron Reed, and Myron Reed just goes to the back. He's like, fuck this. Meanwhile, all these other members of the Don Callis family are still chilling outside. Like Trent's still out there. Like, dude, why are you leaving your dude like that? What the hell?
I am telling you, Myron Reed does not want to be part of the Rascals. He saw the writing on the wall, and he's just like, I don't like where this is going.
I don't know if the Rascals want to be part of AEW right now. No, I'm kidding. But, like, they just got brought in, and they just lose all the time.
They're getting paid. I'm sure they're happy with that part.
Sure.
It was very funny. And yeah, that was basically it for Collision. Again, like if you want to go watch a show with a lot of good professional wrestling, good. If you want to watch Hangman make his return and basically call out every other champion that's not the world champion and be like, I'm not going to challenge for the world title anymore because I'm a man of my word. And also I'm a gardener and I sow seeds, but now he can't sow a seed anymore because he's got a vasectomy. Then sure, you really enjoyed AEW Collision. It was fine. It was good. So that was Collision. Good for Hangman. He's back.
It's fine.
Basically. And yeah.
Yeah, Rascals are going to get fed to Motor City and New Day.
They're going to announce that. Is that Detroit show? No, it's at the end of the month.
Yeah.
It's you know what? It's the one after Redemption. So yes, they will absolutely get fed Motor City Machine Guns on either the Collision or the Dynamite. It'll be the Rascals are in action, and then we find out it's the Motor City Machine Guns, and yeah, that'll be that. Boner City.
I hope they get to keep their theme, or I guess use that theme.
I hope they use Raise Your Fish.
Raise Your Fish?
Yeah, every time I heard that theme, I just thought Raise Your Fish.
You would.
Well, Yeah, they have a Detroit show. It's July 29th for Dynamite.
Okay.
Wednesday. Because everyone was like, the 30 days or the 60 days, 90 days. Wow, I can't. At least I went in order. 90 days are up by then. So, Motor City Machine Guns debuting that week would make some sense. We'll see what they do. Triple A was also on Saturday. I watched it live, and it's another show that Jeremy won't talk about because the show ended in a disqualification.
A lot of DQ finishes this weekend.
And it was a good show, I have to say. I thought it was a really fun show. You've got Mini Vikingo getting the triple threat match winning. Jack Cartwheel makes his return from injury. Good to see him. And I forget who the third person was, Dragon Lee. So there you go. Mini Vikingo won that match. It was a really fun opener, and now Mini Vikingo's going to get a shot at the title.
Them doing the superhero spot, knock it off.
You're not going to win. It's Jeremy Borash being like, go ahead, do the
knock it off.
They will never do that. And then they announced that the other Vikingo, the El Hijo de Vikingo, is injured, and he's going to be out of action for a while, and they're going to do something with that Latin American championship that he has.
It should be Omos. He should get the title.
Well, they tried to. So
I know. That would have been hilarious.
Ryan rolled on. It was just like, Omos. And I'm going up here because that is basically the height discrepancy between the two.
Ray's being lame.
And then Ray, who is shorter than Dorian and Omos as a result, came out and was like, no, we're not doing that. And then he went to the back and did a fake staged press conference, which looked like WWE press conferences do. And he just said, we're going to do something about this next week. We'll announce what's going to happen. So that's what's going on with the Vikingo stuff. And like the through thread is Perros del Mal, right? They came back, and it's Daga and what's her face? Carmen Petrovic is the woman in the group, and then they've got Angel and Berto, and then they got, was it Lucian Price? He's the one from NXT, right? Lucian?
Yes.
Not Bronco. It's Lucian. Yeah. Anyway, so they're all part of Perros del Mal, and they attacked El Grande a couple of weeks ago or last week, and they've been running roughshod.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks ago at this point.
So anyway, so they did that. So they're back apparently. They're around backstage. You don't know where they are, but you know they're going to be there. The random ass tag match that they had at the end, right? It was a very much a
setup.
It
was a tag match. It was
a tag match.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, it was a tag match, and I forget who it was. I forget the two teams now because of course I did. It is Bronco. Okay, I was right. It's Bronco Neiman, not Lucian Price. Anyway, so they do a tag match, and it ends exactly how you'd expect because Perros del Mal shows up and they do the beatdown. But the whole story was, what's El Grande going to do? He wants to fight them off all at the same time, and everyone's like, no, you idiot, you stupid baby face, you need a team, blah blah blah. He's like, I have a team. And it's like, your two lackeys are not going to be good enough for this. And then
wow,
well, it's true. So Dominic Mysterio shows up, and he's just like, hey, you piece of shit, my dad, you suck. And by the way, El Grande, we've got a match at Mania, and it's going to be great, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to have your back if you have mine against Perros del Mal for the foreseeable. And, they do the whole, well, like, I don't know if I can trust you. And Dominic's like, you can trust me. It's like, all right, well, you'll have to prove it, which is just foreshadowing for what happens later, which after Perros del Mal come out and they beat up the two teams that were in that main event tag match, Dominic comes out with a chair after they beat down on Grande and the other boys, and he's got a chair, and they clear out, and now everyone's like, is Dominic face? It's like, no, Dominic's protecting his investment, which is he's eventually going to leave Perros del Mal to beat up El Grande and go into Triple Mania. But you've got like 3 months to tell that story because the show is not until September. So that's basically where we're at. But it was a good show, honestly. It was a good, easy hour to watch, and I thought it was fun. Jeremy just wouldn't normally talk about it because it was a DQ finish, but it at least advanced the story. So give them that.
Yeah, once that was the main event, I was like, this doesn't feel like a main event, and so
we all knew what was coming.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I thought the show was pretty good.
Poor Dominic's like doing interesting stuff down there. Now he's gonna be on Raw tonight, acting like an idiot in these Danhausen segments.
Oh,
gotta pretend that JD McDonough is gonna beat Danhausen on Saturday.
I wonder who else is gonna show up for that from the Knicks for that show.
I don't think anybody. It's probably should be Bronson.
Poor Danhausen.
Why poor Danhausen?
Because they wanted Brunson and Danhausen to do things. They might backstage, but
they have to do like. It's honestly very stupid, but also very WWE. If they have Brunson, which they do, and they're just like, we're just gonna do a Roman Reigns segment and not even have anything with Brunson and Danhausen, when all they did during the Knicks title run was tout how this is because of Danhausen, and now you're not gonna do anything with Danhausen. That sounds so dumb, but also so WWE.
Yes. Again, it should end with Roman beating the shit out of Danhausen and then CM Punk taking offense to that.
No, he's not doing anything with Punk though. That doesn't make any sense.
I know. That's why they have to do it. Reinvest the conversation. They got to sell 18,000 tickets, and they got to establish who's on night 1s and 2s.
That doesn't make any sense for Roman to beat up Danhausen to get CM Punk involved.
That's fine. Yeah, Corbinhausen would have ruled. That's true. We can still get him. He hasn't signed officially, but signed officially to a brand, quote unquote. But he clearly wants the U.S. title, the Falcor title. Did you like that title that they gave to Trick?
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Would you buy one of those fuzzy titles for $700?
I don't buy any of these titles. No,
that's true. We're the wrong people to ask that question to.
Yeah, the only title that I ever wanted, mainly as a bit, was the Eco title, the Danielson Eco title, just because I thought that was very funny. All these other titles, but I would not pay. Again, I wouldn't pay money for any of this stuff. If I got it as a gift, all right, cool. But I would not pay money for any of these titles. The Fiend title, I thought that thing was $600.
No, it was $6,500.
Yeah. Because I was doing an article on what title was it? Oh, the Crown Jewel title.
Oh yeah.
Because that thing's $1,600 or some shit.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
It might actually be more than that. I don't know.
I thought it was 1,000, but I clearly am not.
It's 2,000. It's 2,000.
Okay.
So yeah, that thing's $2,000. And I was like, yeah, they're selling this thing for $2,000. And she goes, remember when the Fiend title was $6,500? And I'm like, did you mean $650? There's no way that thing was $6,500. And then we looked it up, and yes, it was $6,500. I was like, that's absurd.
People
absolutely absurd. Too. Oh yeah, we saw somebody at SummerSlam the other year, walking around with it. I was like, I hope they got it on eBay 2 years later, for $1,000. But yeah, $6,500 for that title. Now I'm the wrong person to ask about these titles. Most of them look pretty ugly, and I would not buy them at the prices they're selling them at. But the fur title is fine, sure.
The fur title in Canada dollars is $992.
$992?
Yes.
Okay.
$991.99. Okay. It's the same price as the Hogan, I hope I don't get reincarnated as a black man NWO title.
That NWO title is the ugliest looking thing I've ever seen.
Goddamn ugly.
Can you pull that up?
Oh,
for people who haven't seen it?
Oh, if you haven't seen it, get ready to feel absolutely horrible about yourself.
This thing's terrible.
It's bad. Look at this.
Why would you? You just have Hall and Nash. Look at that Nash photo.
Oh, I know. I saw this. He's doing
He looks like Two-Face.
It's not good.
I just don't know. The back is kind of cool because they use actual photos of them. Although it looks like Kevin Nash or Scott Hall's the shortest person in the world because they just cut his head off.
He's 6'6". He was a big dude. That's the worst. That Nash photo is just egregious.
The Hogan being the center plate that is just so terrible looking as well.
So Hogan.
I mean, I guarantee they're sold out or close to it. Honestly,
no. My listen. The Crown Jewel title says almost gone, and it's $2,800 Canadian.
Yeah, people
not have an almost gone on it.
All right, people love these things, man. That's why they keep selling them, right? Because people keep buying them.
Oh, they keep saying that they're making them, because then they make it and it turns out to be shit quality.
Look at that World Cup title. That's almost gone too. That thing's ugly as hell.
Not good, but people.
I just don't know. I get it. People buy these things and then they display them or they want to take them out. They get them autographed and everything. You can't really get autographs on the NWO one though. So why would you?
You got Nash and that's about it.
I mean, maybe that's why nobody's buying it. Because I can't get the people who are on it to autograph it. So what good is it?
What is this? This USA?
That's the USA soccer one. All your disappointments can come true with that title.
True. Hotspurs, Tottenham Spurs. The Mankind one I always liked. That was pretty cool. I don't know, man. There's a lot of ugly belts.
I mean, look, blessed that they make these things and then people buy these things. Get your money.
Sure.
You're not getting it from me, but get your money.
No. The NWA Power Recap, that's with 3 R's, is presented by Louisville over on Blue Sky. He sends these to me usually every week on Mondays, but
this is the first time in like a month he's been watching World Cup.
Yeah, he's gonna buy one of those belts from WWE Shop for himself. Those FIFA belts.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, that's just what we got. It's officially the return of the internet's only NWA Power Review, the recap with 3 R's. Easily the biggest wrestling return in a week full of them. That's true. This is the biggest return.
Who else returned this week?
CM Punk.
Nah.
Hangman Adam Page.
Nah. Now Louis right.
That's fair. Kerry Morton opened the show by kicking Axton Ray in the dick, mule style. That's great. By the way, I do not read these. This is my first time reading them. He picked up the win and called out our top champ, Salas Mason. The Thrillbilly came out to run him off in his best yellow Zubaz pants. The championship match booked for next week's Power. 2.5 stars. Very excited for that. I hope he kicks it. The U.S. champ Slime Balls come out and set up a 4-way tag to determine their next contenders at Hard Times. The Hard Way beat some teams that ensure that Hard Times would get even harder. 2.5 stars for the match. Slimeball's grading match commentary put those 2.5 stars in jeopardy. Fair. We got the Carson Drake experience with Kerry Morton. Nothing much got said. We got some of the magic back with Magic Jake Dumas in the ring to face Chico Adams. It's clear Mr. Corgan believes in magic like a young girl's heart as 2.5 stars. Oh yeah, Corbin also returned. Still not as big as this return.
No.
Carson Drake faced Richard Adonis and needed the help of Aaron Stevens to pick up the win. It was a short and otherwise uneventful match. 2.5 stars. Trevor Murdoch's Royal Court main event of the show with the tag match against Pretty Boy Smooth and Hayden Backlund, both of whom have been guests on this show. And Trevor Murdoch, who recently did an interview with SRS, so don't tell us we don't cover the NWA. Good mix of styles and characters here with some odd choices by the cameraman to not film some pin attempts and instead show Murdoch's golden boots. This is the only space for one golden boot story in my life, and this ain't it. 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars. They end the show with a nice vignette for the Mason and Morton match for next week. That was your hopefully weekly Power Recap.
2.5 stars.
The best. All right. What we got a Raw tonight. The American Airlines Center in Dallas. That's why they announced the Houston thing. That's why they announced the Survivor Series, because they're in Texas and Dallas tonight. So they're going to want to put that through.
Yeah.
Tell that to everyone there and be like, use promo code, War Games to get 50% off tickets when you buy. Anyway, American Airlines Center hosts Raw tonight, and you can watch Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins sign a contract.
Okay.
They're going to say words, and none of them are going to matter.
I hope Roman just shows up. I hope Roman just asks for more money or he's not going to sign the contract. He's like, yeah, I'm everything you said I was. I want more money to do less work. Seth's like, I'll sign for peanuts. Pay me less because I love the business so much that I'll beat you up for free. Roman's like, get your dork ass out of here.
Get Ari and Nick out here. I'll take a pay cut right here live on the air.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Becky comes back and be like, no, you won't.
Seth's like, oh, what's my contract? I'll do it for half. What's Roman making? I want to make half of what he's making because I love the business so much. We can even go on first on SummerSlam. We'll wrestle here tonight because I love the business so much.
Open it on ESPN, and Roman's just like, wait, I like that idea.
Roman's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're ruining our money out here.
I love it. That's nice. Anyway, speaking of ruining the business, Brock Lesnar's back, and I'm sure he's going to say, I hope he promos, because it's just funnier hearing the words come out of his mouth than it is Paul Heyman, talking and saying nothing for 5 minutes. I just want Brock Lesnar to come out and just, with his voice that is higher than Paul Heyman's, basically just say nothing and be like, I'm going to make you my bitch in Hell in a Cell. And everyone's like, all right, good for you, Brock. I expect nothing out of this. Are they going to fight each other? Brock and Canelo?
No, they're just going to talk.
Fair. That's probably how I would leave it too. They just talk, they have a good hug, and they say, see you in 3 weeks.
Maybe they should call Seth a dork too. Like, can you believe this idiot wants less money? Brock should tell Oba, like, be more like Roman and less like Seth. The whole show should revolve around Seth being stupid and wanting less money. That should be every segment.
Hey, never tell us that our show isn't useful. King Potate found out about that Dynamite and immediately bought tickets. So congratulations. Right. Have fun at that show. Io Sky takes on Roxanne Perez. That's a match that'll be fine.
Okay, I like that. That's a good match. I mean, Roxanne's gonna lose, but that's cool.
Yeah. I understand I'm a fed bad guy, but how do you defend Seth Freakin's segment about the money thing? You don't. You just don't.
Nah, that's why we're making fun of it. I like Seth. I like Seth on a personal level, but this character, if you can call it that, like, it sucks, man. Like, him just being like, yeah, this guy wants more money. I'm like, yeah, good. He should want more money.
It's awful. And it's fantastic. The WWE Intercontinental Championship #1 contender gauntlet match. Dragon Lee, Joe Hendry, Javon Evans, Ethan Page, Dominic Mysterio, Rusev, and congratulations to Chad Gable, who will get his win and face Penta at show at SummerSlam.
Yeah, once I thought this was for Saturday night's main event at first, but when I learned it was for SummerSlam, I was like, oh yeah, Gable's gotta win this one.
Chad's gonna give everyone the clap in Dallas, and then he's gonna lead the clap all the way.
That stuff's not over.
No, it's not, because nobody knows what it's for, and he hasn't explained it. Someone needs. It's so stupidly easy for someone to give him a promo and just be like, Chad, we've noticed that you're trying to get the crowd invested with this clap thing. What's that all about? And he doesn't even have to say it's because of Skull Vikings. He just has to say something that'll get people involved and then make the connection to the Vikings because he's going to go to SummerSlam, blah, blah, blah. And then maybe people will get invested. But for now, he's just doing babyface in the 1980s clapping, and people are just like, this is hokey as shit. Paired with that music, this is hokey as shit. They got to do something to make it. If they really want to make it a thing, they got to at least explain it or give a reason for why he's doing it other than I am a 1980s babyface in 2026.
1980s is a 90s. I mean, Scotty Riggs was the 90s. American Mills was the 90s, brother.
Yes. Listen, tale as old as time. Everyone's gonna clap. Everyone's gonna get the clap.
Everybody's taking the pin, Ryan. It's a gauntlet match.
That's true. Everybody's
getting beat here.
Yeah, and that's it. That's announced for Raw. I'm sure there will be more stuff announced as the day goes on.
I don't know.
That's 4 things. Actually, that is fair.
I mean, they might announce something at. They usually announce things around 3-4 o'clock when it comes to WWE. AEW is usually 6-7, and WWE is usually 3-4.
Fair. Is there anything else in this weekend that we got to talk about?
New Japan. Did you watch the G1?
That'll be tomorrow with you.
Wow.
Brother, I had a life this weekend, okay?
Why?
I mean, I got together with an old friend that I haven't seen since pandemic.
You don't have friends.
That's fair. We used to play in a band together, so I guess we're still kind of friends by association.
Anyway, have friends.
We went out and had dinner, and that was on Saturday, and then I watched Collision when I got home, and watched Tutaya, and it was good. And then on Friday, what was I doing? I was doing stuff. I was busy.
I don't believe you.
That's
watching SmackDown.
I was busy watching SmackDown. Everyone was really watching that. World Cup games. Who's watching the World Cup?
I did watch the World Cup games. Yeah.
You and like the 3 other people.
Man, Argentina. I don't know if like they're in bed with FIFA, but it's getting tougher to beat these allegations here. Like my friend Sammer's an Argentina fan, and even he is messaging me of like that was kind of a bullshit call. I was like, yeah, man, like it's getting rough out there for them to beat these allegations because seems like every time someone's benefiting from a call, Argentina's benefiting from a call, but. They're going through. England beat Norway, which was disappointing because I wanted to see more of football Jesus out there. But England's looking pretty good. The Final Four looks good though. I'm looking for it. Was the games tomorrow? Is the game? I don't remember if there's 1 or 2 games tomorrow, but
tomorrow there is 1 game, France and Spain, and then England Argentina is Wednesday.
Yeah. So okay, there's 1 game tomorrow. I figured it was 1 and 1 and not 2 on the same day, but yeah, there was it was some good games. It is getting tougher of just Like, so, like, kind of watching these games, not in that like they haven't been good, because they have, but it really feels like they're just making shit up as they go with some of these rules. I know soccer fans have tried to explain it of like, no, this is the letter of the law, and they're holding to us. Like, okay, fine, but we can also like be honest in saying that these rules kind of suck, right? Like, you know, like that, it happens all the time in hockey when it comes to like goalie interference. Like, oh, they're upholding the letter of the law to the rule of what goalie interference is, and it's like, okay, but like we can admit that the rule sucks, right? Like, we don't. I understand, yes, they're upholding the rule, but like you can say the rule is garbage. That's okay. But it feels like most soccer fans are like, no, it's great. Like they're doing what they're supposed to. Like, okay, all right. Like, I think offsides is stupid. Like, I think it's like the way it's done is dumb. I understand they're upholding it, but like it's a dumb rule as far as like how they calculate it effectively. You know, like, oh, he had a fingertip past the defense, it's offsides. It's like, what do you mean that's offsides? Come on now.
And finally, if you have $10.5 million in the bank and you've been waiting to see what you can buy with it, I have a jet for you. WWE has their jet up for sale. It's a 2008 Bombardier Global 5000 class for sale, and you too can own a piece of WWE history for $10.5 million. It was refurbished in 2023. New paint, new interior, looks good. The WWE logos do not come with the plane. They will be taken out. And there you go.
I want to keep the WWE logos on it, though.
Nope, that's the problem. That is the problem. They will not allow that because that would be kind of an IP situation. Because
that's lame.
It's a story problem. Yes, new black paint with red accents, a 13-passenger cabin, forward galley, conference group, and Starlink high-speed internet was done as part of the refurbishment in 2023. Yes, the listing says the WWE logos come off before the sale closes. Sorry, baby. The logos come off before.
No, I won't buy it unless the logos are on there.
Well, can't do much about that. So it's.
I'll put my own WWE logo on there.
Oh, that's fine. But there you go. Everything is set up for your safety and comfort and speed. If you have $10.5 million, it is.
Yeah, it's just a normal ass plane. Like, if you don't get the logos, like there's no value to it. Of like, hey, here's this plane. Like the point is you're getting the WWE jet.
Some tech YouTuber will buy it, and it will be a huge controversy, and then we will all move on with our life. Shout out Linus Tech Tips.
Seth Rollins is gonna buy it, but he's gonna
he's gonna undercut the pay.
No, he's gonna pay the full 10.5, but he's gonna be like, this needs to go directly to Nick Khan, and then I will pay you a monthly fee to keep the WWE logo on it, so everyone knows that I am proud to be part of WWE.
I hope his Klarna account can get through with this. Sell it to Logan Paul. Don't. Yeah, Tony Khan should buy it for shits and giggles.
That would actually be hilarious. If Tony, when I do this article and the tweet goes up, I'll tag Tony and be like, "Yo, Tony Khan, hello, Tony Khan. Do you have 10.5 million sitting around?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I do actually."
Should be the ITW jet. You know what? If we get nothing out of the next 12 days in wrestling news, and I have to go into that Montreal scrum, I will ask Tony Khan, "Will you buy the WWE jet for $10.5 million?" It sucks that we have so many Tony Khan interview questions and not enough Tony Khan media scrum questions.
Yeah, none of our scrum questions are any good because, well, I mean, I'd say like he wants real questions, but then he's just gonna ask, "When you coming back to Ottawa?"
Well, someone's gonna ask that question. That one's not gonna be me. Anyway, that's 12-day Joel problems to deal with it. Yeah, we should put a hot tub in that.
They're not as bad as some of the UFC scrum questions. Like, the biggest star in the company blows out his knee and people are asking about like the dumbest shit in the world. Like,
so when are you going to come back to Las Vegas? You guys are never here.
Yeah. I did love that they screwed up Shakur Stevenson and they identified him as Oklahoma City Thunder 2025 NBA champion Jalen Williams.
As one
And
does.
Dana was so pissed about this, which I don't blame him. They just paid Shakur like $10 million, probably even more than that. But they just paid him like $10 million to sign him to Zuffa Boxing, and here they are identifying him as Jalen Williams of the Thunder, who makes more than Shakur Stevenson, by the way. Absolutely hilarious, though, that their dumbass graphics team did this, and Dana was so mad about it. He's like, we're the worst. We're the worst at this. Like, Dub wasn't even there, apparently. Chet was there, but Dub wasn't even there. So why did you even have like a graphic for Jalen Williams being there?
Why would you want it?
But they did the same thing with Terrence Crawford. They identified him as Kendrick Lamar, I guess because Kendrick mentioned him in a song. But like Kendrick wasn't at the show or anything.
It's UFC. All people look the same to these people.
Yeah, it is. It's not funny. It's racist that it happens to black people both times. They're just like, oh, these black people look the same to us.
Dana just being like, we should be glad that they're here.
What a stupid company they are.
Oh, there it is. Speaking of stupid companies, we're back tomorrow. It'll be SP3 and Jeremy Lambert talking about who knows what. If Raw ends in a DQ, God bless you, SP3. He'll be doing...
SP3 will do a full-on review of the show still.
I know. He'll do it on his own. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. He'll have plenty to talk about with the G1 show as well from Chicago. And then we're getting closer to our 24-hour stream. So if you can and if you have the means, please consider donating. It's right here. This QR code up top, that will allow you to donate. It is a 24-hour stream that will benefit NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And you can also donate if you're in the video description. There is a link there to the Tiltify campaign that we have set up for this fun and educational 24-hour event that we are starting on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, runs all the way to Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. There will be plenty to do and plenty to say. Jeremy's going to go crazy to the point where you will think he's a hummingbird by hour 17.
Hummingbird? Is that what a hummingbird makes?
It's a Simpsons reference.
Oh, all right. I don't watch that show.
Well, maybe you should.
All
Turn
right.
off South Park. Turn on your mind to The Simpsons.
I tried to put on The Simpsons because they have a 24-hour channel as well, but it was like
new episodes.
Yeah, it was like something from like season 30, whatever. I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Yep.
This sounds terrible.
Anyway, 24-hour streams. Let's get it. If you're here and you join us, we appreciate you. If you can donate to the cause, even better. And
You can pre-donate if you want. Like
that is true.
Yeah, it's active. You can scan the QR code up there. If you go on my Twitter, I've retweeted some stuff from the Fightful account. If you go on the Fightful Twitter, it's there. So you can, if you would like to pre-donate, you can, and I will get to read all those donations and messages and everything. Who's competing in the Home Run Derby tonight? I have no idea.
No idea.
It's also on Netflix. Like, they're going to kill WWE viewership.
Yeah, that ain't happening. The participants include Kyle Schwarber.
Okay, he's good.
Ben Rice.
Yeah, he's hitting a lot of home runs this year.
Junior Caminero.
He's also hitting home runs this year.
Jordan, I should hope so. This is the home run. Jordan Walker.
I don't really know who that is.
Wilson Contreras.
All right, I've heard of him, but I don't know much about him.
Bryce Harper.
Okay.
Who apparently just released a statement about doing a cameo for, what was it, for FanDuel and did not know
Oh,
that
sure.
he was doing something. Anyway, yeah. So that's a whole thing you can go check out right now. Muntakaga Murakami. Munetaka.
Okay, yeah, he's on the White Sox, I
Yes.
think.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. And Jack Caglione.
Okay, I don't really know who that is.
Caglione.
All right. There's some, I've heard of some people and I haven't heard of some people. Home Run Derby, it doesn't have much appeal to me anymore.
Go ahead.
It's a thing.
Go enjoy whatever you're going to watch, or don't watch anything. Go
Watch the
outside.
Minions movie.
Go watch the Minions movie. Jeremy, is there anything else to plug before we get on out of here?
No. It's charity stream on Thursday. Please show up.
Show up, show out, and give Jeremy what to talk about for 24 hours.
And give Jeremy money that he's going to give to Nami.
Yes, donate to NAMI through this campaign that we've set up for Tiltify. If you have the means, we appreciate it. And if you're just going to be here hanging out with us, we also appreciate that too. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, we're back. Jeremy and SB3 doing whatever, talking about whatever. Ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.